chickadees. Happy Monday to all of you. Let me tell you, Ms. Demeanor had a little vertigo issue today, so I'm doing better now, but the world was a spinning for me for a better part of the day today. That happens about once a year for me, so happy that it is behind me at this point. And let's say hello to everyone. I did see that O'Bailey's will have to catch us on the replay crew because it's midnight there. I would not want you to watch at midnight. That's too late. Get your beauty rest. And Melissa is going over to see our friend, Lady Zelda, on Manifestation Monday. And then she'll be popping back over here with us. And KS Granny, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And Kelly is with us, and I know the war of the Jennifers. I'm excited to see what happens. Going to have a little cross-examination out of the gate. Hey, Keisha Jones, thanks for coming on back, and Trust is Love is back with us tonight as well. Thanks for joining. Oh, Ava is here as well. Oh, Ava, are you into the kinky vodka again? How many times do we have to tell you, girl, to leave the kinky vodka alone? Come on. So if you're on the replay crew, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share with all your friends about what a great time you had, and leave me a comment. And make sure your notifications are on so you know when I go live in the future. That's important. If you're watching right now, hit the like button. And I found out today that Becky Hill pled guilty in her case. She is not going to be spending any jail time, but she was given community service and probation. And my understanding is that she was already ready to pay restitution today, which is, I think, around just shy of $12,000. So, what else did I know that happened today? Oh my gosh. Did you all see that in Massachusetts, they actually know what chain of custody is? And they had like real evidence bags and they like separated them properly and knew how to answer the questions. And it was shocking to me. Refreshing. Absolutely refreshing that could be a possibility in Massachusetts because I had not seen that in the past. I also heard that, I missed another one. Hello, Disguised Analyst. Thanks for joining. I did notice also that there was a Courtney Clenny hearing on Friday. I don't think too much has changed on that one, but I can tell you that she is asking for bond, and there will be another hearing that actually her attorneys are going to argue for her dismissal. So that should be an interesting one. And I feel like there was another case that, Turtle Boy. Of course, we all went to the new judge on Friday for Aiden Carney's case. And I hope that he does not give me disappointment. I rather like this judge. He seemed quite pleasant and respectful. But it's Massachusetts, so I have PTSD and I'm worried. So, KS Granny. They wore gloves. They put butcher paper down before they put the evidence bags on the witness stand for someone to open them. And it was only like a forensic analyst or a technician that pulled them out. Wow. Shocking. Because we sure haven't seen that in this case here. So let's pick up where we left off. Last night when we finished, we had just concluded the direct examination. I should back up. Not just the direct examination. The dramatic direct examination of TBI agent Brent Booth. Now, I should let you all know, I haven't done this in a while, but I have seen some rumblings with some of my followers, and I always like to have very good guidelines and boundaries set. This is a true crime channel, so sometimes there's going to be oogie pictures. It's going to happen. I am going to show it as long as the court is showing it. It's part of true crime. It is in no way to be disrespectful to the families or the victims or even the suspects in cases that we watch on here. It's just part of doing business in true crime. That's what I'll say first off. Second off, when I say that the people in the South talk too slow, please do not think that I am saying that in a derogatory fashion. It is 100% my fault because my mind and my hearing is like, trust me. I love Tennessee. My son calls Tennessee home. I would never want anyone to think I was saying anything derogatory about any of the residents of the great state, the great volunteer state of Tennessee. So I wanted to get that out of the way as well, because I don't want there to be unusual things. And lastly, I will try to maintain myself better, because y'all know my face has subtitles. And yesterday, there was a lot. And I had difficulty holding myself together and to have any restraint. So my apologies for that. I will do much better, or hope to do much better in the future. And with all that said, let's get to it. This will be the beginning of cross-examination of TBI agent Brent Booth.
All right. Just to reorient everybody, we were talking about when your attention was called, where y'all found her body, and where y'all found her body. Okay.
Top of that photograph here is the location of Holly's body. It's approximately 300 feet behind that cell tower.
So 300 feet, like sort of off the woods?
Yes, in the woods. The cell tower, as it would sit.
Oh, I guess we're not done with direct. My mistake.
You would be traveling, standing at the cell tower here, where this blue dot is on the map, traveling toward to that star. That's north.
All right. And this whole area here, what's it near? Like, what are
dense woods? You can see a sawmill to the left here, to the west of it.
The picture is big enough where we also see a sawmill to the right?
Yes, sir.
Interstate 40 here?
Yes, sir.
And follow our arrow, and this
is where it's located on the map.
Okay. Cell tower?
Yeah. Okay. This is the cell tower, as you can see it. You're driving down the I-40, you can clearly see that from our own side of the interstate.
And then it looks like what else?
About the 120-mile mark.
Looks like what else we got on here is sort of a bunch of other places that we've heard about in this case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go this way here.
This is Victor Densmore's residence on Yellow Springs Road.
Victor.
Mile from the cell tower.
Okay.
A mile from the cell tower.
Juanita Hickerson's house.
That's Shane's grandma?
That's Shane's grandma. She's has a line that goes here. That one. Zach and Bill and Adams' house.
How far is
That's
that?
on Adam Lane, right off of 641, just south of the 126 exit. Here. And you've got Dottie Cooley's house.
Is that Miss Dottie?
Miss Dottie. And Miss Dottie's off of Q Road, which intersects Yellow Springs and Highway 641.
Can you believe it?
Just
I only
south
had to
of-
scream
Shane
for
Austin's
4 days in this
It
trial
is.
for them to give us
That's
a
on
map.
Yellow Springs Road, just south of the intersection of Yellow Springs and Q Road. Again,
And then Yellow Springs Church.
Yellow Springs Church there.
Between this church and this house that we found some of the papers.
Yes.
And between this trailer and
Juanita Hickerson.
Juanita Hickerson's here.
Yes.
And we found other stuff.
Yeah.
Person stand. Now we fast forward a big jump. Okay. I'm not asking to win, okay, or even what he said. At some point in this investigation, a big jump forward, closer to the start of this year and the end of last year. Did Mr. Jason Autry provide information that y'all followed up on?
Yes, sir.
I bet he did.
when he provided that information, did y'all run out to the barn at Miss Juanita's house, Shane's grandmother? Did y'all run out there?
We went out there.
And where was the barn?
The barn is gone. The barn that he described has been torn down. There's
Of
remnants
course
remains
it
of
is. Womp, womp, womp.
Did y'all go out to the river underneath the bridge?
We did.
So this is gonna be the last time we use one of these postal boards, okay?
Sir.
It's gonna be the last time we use one of these postal boards.
All right.
I promise.
As long as you make it so we can see
Yep.
it there, I'm good with it.
It's a map of the Tennessee River Bridge, I-40. I-40 crosses in Benton, Decatur County.
See March 6 over 71. Sorry, it's March 22.
Okay.
We'll look at it real quick here. Show us what we're looking at. Top one.
This is I-40 westbound, eastbound lanes. This is road, the gravel road that comes down. It's actually a federal wildlife preserve. There.
Did you have occasion? On the right here, okay?
Mhm.
Did you have occasion to go to that location with Mr. Autry and security team and everybody else?
Yes.
Mr. Autry standing there, that river, did down, show you exactly what he did?
Yes.
Describe the area to you?
Yes.
You actually went there?
Yes.
So right there.
Yes.
Next to it?
This is a close-up of the riprap where he said this happened. Where he said
And then I'm looking,
Holly was shot.
this is gonna be a far away picture here, right?
Yes.
And then a far away picture down there in the corner.
Here you can see the access road comes along the side of the interstate. You wouldn't see it if you're looking for trouble, but it goes underneath the bridge here, underneath the I-40 bridge there on the west side of the river.
If you're traveling on this bridge, you're familiar with the I-40 bridge?
Yes.
You've been over it hundreds of times. If you're traveling this bridge, can you see down into this area?
No.
Not at all. There is in blue. What is this?
This is the route that Mr. Autry drove us when he said he got in the truck with Zach at Yellow Springs Road.
This is a road from Yellow. This is from Yellow Springs to
Yeah.
where they live.
Yellow Springs Church, Holly's body in the back, and drove this route to the river bridge to here. So that's right.
Who's in this? I'm not asking what. I'm just asking if yes or no. Did Mr. Autry also provide information about the gun?
He did.
Did he tell you whether or not he was present when it was sold?
Said he was.
Did he tell you who sold it?
Yes.
Who is that?
Shane Austin.
Did he tell you who he sold it to?
He did.
As a
Victor
result?
Densmore.
Victor Densmore.
Hold it here. Oh gosh, I'm getting spam first off, so let me take care of them. And does anybody remember in Jason's testimony? And I could be just not remembering this. That's why I'm asking all my fellow jurors. Did Jason tell the authorities exactly where they would find Holly Bobo's remains, since they took her to the riprap pile and then they loaded her back into the truck and then they left there? And then it's fuzzy for me. Does anybody else remember what he said? Because I feel like I didn't really get any definitive answer on that. And it seems like that would be important. And if he was really, really part of all of this, wouldn't he know exactly where they took her? Just asking. Hey, Sherry, nice for you to join us. Woo-hoo. Just a question I had.
As a result of that information, did you talk to Mr. Densmore?
I did.
Mrs. Densmore?
I did.
Did you have occasion to go out to a little creek, a ditch, the side of the little road, the little holiday road?
Yes.
One time or more than one time?
4 times.
4 times.
Yes.
And metal detectors?
Yes.
Shovels?
Yes.
Some point, backhoe-like thing?
A backhoe. Yes. Dug up the side of the road.
But then the 4th time,
We went back with West Tennessee Dive Service. They have underwater metal detectors where the heads would withstand water and other underwater equipment. And we found the gun.
was it a 180? This one.
Yes.
Were you there Were you there when it was found?
Standing right there.
I'm almost done answering your questions. We've got to go. Unfortunately, introduce a couple of items of actual physical evidence that we've heard you talk about.
Yes.
Okay. And let me start. Let me start here. I'm going to hand you an envelope. Do you have anything open this weekend?
Yeah, what?
Your scissors right here?
I can,
Oh, Lord, here we go.
You prefer gloves?
no, I'm fine.
Gloves, gloves. Please put gloves on. Please, somebody put gloves on. Gloves. Oh, I'm going to already start getting hives about this. Oh.
Those are some small scissors.
Yes, sir.
I've got a pocket knife here right in sharp.
Oh, hey, the judge has a pocket knife. That should make everybody feel safer. It is the South. What is he taking? What, sir?
Yes.
What is that?
One of the pieces of paper that we found outside of Yellow Springs Road.
Yellow Springs, this is the area.
Sir, it's a
near
piece of paper.
James
You
Road.
have no gloves on.
Yes, sir.
That could be Mark's next on the exhibit.
Already?
Oh, you can leave it outside the envelope. I think I've got the other envelope.
Oh, definitely no gloves. Oh, yeah. We're just going to fondle it all the way. Great. Guess what? We're already in Bizarro World, and I have something for us specifically for these moments. There it is. There you go, y'all. We are in Tales of the Bizarro World, where up is down and down is up.
Yes, sir. From Tennessee Technology Center.
That didn't take long.
This is identified first.
It does. She's enrolled for the Tennessee Technology program at the University of Tennessee Parsons campus, where she was attending nursing school.
I almost feel like the next trial we watch, I'm going to make a bingo card. Because, yeah. I'm going to put some absurd things on it and see if they actually happen.
This looks like a receipt was laying in Shane Austin's grandmother's front yard, along with a dollar bill.
She identifies hers.
It's got her name on it, Holly Bobo, Tennessee. It's a Technology Center Drive, Jackson, Tennessee.
The dollar bill has her name on it? More fondling. Didn't this already come in from the dude that found him? Am I missing something? What are we doing? Oh, is it show and tell time again? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yes,
That's my
yes,
handwriting, my
Kelly.
signature at the top. Yes.
However, before they pull the hanky out, we will have already seen them wipe their brow with it. It's a dollar bill, y'all. Did you see that? Dollar bill.
This is the paper identified as commonly I saw in my daughter's on nursing as part of her anatomy physiology class.
And some nursing papers you all found.
Yes, sir.
And
That was near the intersection of Yellow Springs Road and Bible Hill, where the bridge is. It crosses over I-40. It's about, maybe 150 feet from that intersection down Yellow Springs Road, laying on the side of the road as it had blown out.
yeah, this is the next one. Exhibit.
We already know where all this stuff was and who picked it up because you guys brought him in too. Ay, ay, ay. Talk about wanting to be efficient and everything. This is not efficient. Your Honor. Your Honor, Creed, that's his name. Creed McGinley. And you're in Tennessee, so everybody's got a pocket knife in Tennessee, and likely has a gun on them too.
I'm holding what has already been identified as exhibit number 29, which is a drug card grade sheet.
Yes.
Did you pass that to you?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Matt, where was this then found?
This has been found in the creek there on Gooch Road. It's a drug card. It's probably the grade sheet from a pharmacology part of the nursing program.
And when it was found, were other drug cards, the actual cards attached to it?
Index card.
Oh,
Ask you 5 cards, just look at them together. And ask you if these are the cards attached to exhibit number 29. So.
Yes.
Under does this, say something under what?
198.
oh, we're show and telling again. We're gonna zip through this. I don't need to watch Whispering Rocks.
Pharmacology part of the nursing program she was in.
With her name on the back.
Yes.
Tell me what this is.
May I stand, Your Honor? Yes.
Oh, let's pull more evidence out without any
A
question.
reminder that recovered
Where is it coming from?
creek on Gooch Road.
It's under to the card.
Right, they 199.
Show and tell. Fondling and show and tell again.
Out of the bag, we just saw. So it covered near the lunchbox or near the cards.
Yeah, it appeared to have washed down that creek. There's not a bridge over it, it's a culvert that runs under this county tar and chip road. Gooch Road is. We had a storm on Thursday, right after this happened on Wednesday. Significant amount of rain. And we'd had several hard rains in between the time that this happened, between the time the lunchbox was found on Thursday and the day and time we recovered those items further down.
This is the last thing I'm going to pass you, Agent.
Oh,
So I can
hallelujah.
mark Exhibit 65 through Rebecca Earp, the witness. You recognize this?
Is this that stupid note with the salvage card taped to it?
Okay.
That's the note. She left that. That's the business card, scrapyard, and
Riveting
Oh, that-
You
evidence.
turn this over to TBI?
yes,
Something from that day?
yes,
191 auto salvage?
correct.
Buying your scrap metal and junk vehicles.
Yes,
Shall I get
Dun,
the records
dun,
191 auto
dun.
salvage?
we did.
Zach Adams scrap anything in the morning?
No, sir.
Jack Austin?
No, sir.
Jason Archer?
No, sir.
Ugh.
No, no.
No.
That's previously, been evidence in exhibit 65, correct?
Yes, sir. There's a couple times we've been talking that you've almost teared up.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Was there pressure? Was there pressure to solve this case?
Self-imposed.
Oh, no,
Pressure.
sir.
That's my friends and neighbors. You don't. I'm talking to you. You don't get in this line of work for the money. I don't do what I do for the money. I do what I do because I love people. I fix things. I'm a hands-on kind of guy that take charge and fix things.
What's solved in this case?
Oh, I bet you
Does it mean
fixed it all
just picking
right.
Somebody?
No.
Because there's all this pressure, being self-imposed?
I would never do that. We never would do something like that.
But you did.
We pride ourselves on doing the right thing.
But you
Always.
didn't.
In the right way.
You
we make
didn't.
mistakes in this one, yeah. One I'll take with me the rest of my life. But I got the right person. I didn't charge the wrong.
Objection, Your Honor. Please give anything in testimony right now.
This is so prejudicial. Shut your face. Wow.
Yeah.
Sir, this is your job. You need to keep it together. What on the... I can't even say it. What is happening already? Now we're going to get cross-examination. Come on, good Jennifer.
Now, Zach Adams was a regular scrapper at the Birdsong Road scrap metal yard, wasn't he?
I don't know that.
We
and
do.
Zachary Adams never told you that he went scrapping on the day Holly disappeared, did he?
Without reviewing that, I don't remember that now.
Okay, what would you need to review to remember that?
You asked me to Dylan Adams.
Zach Adams.
Zach Adams.
Zachary Adams.
I've never talked to Zach.
Okay. But as far as you know, he never claimed that to be an alibi, did he? That he went scrapping.
No, that was just to his girlfriend.
He told that to Rebecca.
Uh-huh.
That's what
I don't know.
Rebecca tells you.
Without seeing his statements that he's given to TDI or other law enforcement, I couldn't tell you.
But that's what Rebecca told you, isn't it? That he went scrapping.
That's what she said that he told her he was going to do.
All right. But as far as you know, the only person that you heard it from was Rebecca, didn't you?
Yeah. You never
I've heard
talked
it
to
from
Zach.
Rebecca.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rebecca gave you that note about scrapping in 2014, didn't she?
She didn't give it to me. No.
She turned it
That's
over
another
to TBI in 2014, didn't she?
Sir,
Without seeing the date on it, I don't know what date it was that we came into possession of it.
don't be a
Let me pass the note back
numbskull.
up to you then.
60,000.
Here we go. And now because he's not answering correctly, good Jennifer's going to get blown away by the judge because she's taking too long. Oh, cool necklace she
Yes,
has on.
2014.
And that's after you had initiated this search of Zach Adams' property, isn't it?
It's around that time.
I'd like Exhibit 16A.
He looks like he's trying to figure out what she's doing. Look at that face. What are you doing with that? I was going to fast forward, but I'm mesmerized by this.
I'd like to pass Exhibit 16A up to you.
Wow.
How do you open that? Take that.
Oh. No gloves. Oh my. He is completely overwhelmed by this situation.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Extra large.
Oh, shut the front door. Oh my gosh. Not that I need like a timpani or something here. Hey, hang on. Oh my goodness. This is very, very.
Oh, yes. There we go.
Actual gloves, y'all. Actual gloves. Only for the defense.
Okay.
No
And
gloves.
is that a pair of pink underwear in there?
It is.
Okay. And those are the pink underwear that you found there next to the school worksheet that belonged to Holly Bobo. Is that right?
These were laying in
Yeah.
the middle of the road.
They were close by, but not directly next to. Is that right?
Well, probably 100, 150 feet apart.
Okay. And they were there near Shane Austin's driveway. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
But you're familiar with the fact that these underwear themselves did not belong to Holly Bobo, did they?
That's correct.
And we saw a picture of these pink underwear, or you know that there are pictures made also of this pink underwear.
Yes.
Don't you? Okay. And if I can
Pictures
have the
made.
photograph of the underwear.
What happened, Trust is Love, is that Mr. Booth pulled out latex gloves to fondle a piece of evidence. It was very momentous occasion.
I would like to pass you Exhibit 70. Exhibit 70 is a pair of these same underwear, is it not?
It appears to be.
And will you pull those underwear out, please, and just show them to the jury? Let the jury see that pair of underwear. And those underwear,
Okay,
they were actually DNA tested and shown to not belong to Hollis. Is that right?
that's correct.
What?
There was actually another woman's DNA on them.
Somebody's DNA. It was a mixture of DNA.
They led us to believe those
Yeah,
were
you-
Holly's panties. Did you, all
would
believe that?
agree
Because
with me that there
I
have been
believe that.
at least 100 search warrants done in this case, wouldn't you?
Exact number, I don't know. There's a great many.
And you did quite a few of them yourself, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in order to get a search warrant, you have to fill out an affidavit, don't you?
Yes,
And an affidavit is kind of a fancy word for a sworn statement.
it is.
It's done in writing, isn't it?
Yes,
You write down a paragraph. And in that statement, you give the reasons why you believe you need a search warrant of some kind, don't you?
that's correct.
And in this affidavit, then you swear under oath that what you put in the search warrant is true.
That's correct.
And in order to get a search warrant for something, you have to have a legal term called probable cause,
Correct.
don't you? Which means it's more than a mere suspicion that some crime has been committed.
Correct.
And so in this case, you swore out a warrant to get at some point, the banking records of the Bobo family, didn't you?
Correct.
And in your affidavit, you specifically said that Dana Bobo, Holly's father, Karen Bobo, Holly's mother, and Clint Bobo, Holly's brother, have made false and misleading statements and omissions to law enforcement concerning critical information as to the disappearance of Holly.
That's what it says, ma'am.
Okay. And,
What?
So what were the material misstatements, the false and misleading and omissions that were critical information in the disappearance of Holly?
I don't recall.
So today here, sitting here, you don't remember what that would have been?
Without reviewing the file, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, but at the time, clearly you believed it and you swore under oath it was true.
Yes.
Okay. Can you think of anything in particular in the file that I could hand you that would help refresh your memory?
I don't know with a 4 terabyte file, I would tell you to look. It would have been prior to that date.
Okay. And this would have been, this date on this is the 10th of January, 2013, isn't it?
I haven't seen the document. I take it your word. That's what it says.
Okay. But it was sometime well into the investigation, wasn't it, when you got their banking records?
By 2013, yes.
So when you went to go interview Victor Dinsmore and Sandra Dinsmore in Indianapolis on May the 18th and 19th of 2017, you recorded that interview, didn't you?
I did.
And at that time, you did proceed to tell them what Jason Autry was going to testify to, didn't you?
Some of the facts that would be testified to. I don't
Uh,
recall saying Jason Autry's name, but what would be testified to.
And you told them that Jason Autry was going to testify to the fact that the white pickup truck, Zach Adams' white pickup truck, was kept in their shop, didn't you?
Told them that would be testified to.
Sherry, you do not ever have to say you're commenting too much. That is exactly what the chat is for. Comment away, girl. Don't you apologize. I'm still back on the panties aren't Holly's because they literally made us believe that the panties were Holly's until she finally said something to correct the record. And he doesn't know what prompted him to get a search warrant and what?
And initially, Victor Dinsmore denied it, didn't he? That the white Nissan was over there.
Yes.
And the
remember.
first conversation with them lasted probably,
I don't know that she heard your last statement.
Said he couldn't remember.
the first conversation that you had with them on the 18th of May lasted approximately 45 minutes.
Sounds right.
And the second conversation lasted probably 25 to 30 minutes.
That sounds right.
And you know who Dennis Benjamin is in this case, don't you?
I do.
And you've worked on this case from the beginning. That's fair to say.
Yes.
Day one. We heard testimony about a handprint or palm print that was on Holly Bobo's Mustang.
Correct.
That palm print, I guess the 4 suspects in this case, Dylan Adams, Zach Adams, Shane Austin, and Jason Autry, were all excluded as being the owner of that palm print, weren't they?
Correct.
And Dennis Benjamin in this case, you were involved when Dylan Adams entered a guilty plea in federal court to gun charges, weren't you? You were involved in the case when that happened.
Yes.
And that was in the summer of 2014, August.
I believe you're correct.
And you're aware that one of the terms of Dylan Adams' supervised release was that he was to go live with Dennis Benjamin.
He went to live with Dennis Benjamin, yes.
And at that time, well, I guess initially the district attorneys in this case were Hansel McAdams and Beth Hall, weren't they?
Correct.
And Hansel McAdams was defeated in an election, and then Matt Stowe took over.
Correct.
At some point, Matt Stowe recused himself, and that's when we got our present district attorneys.
Correct.
Nasty old Jennifer.
Now,
Have
we
her.
heard you talk earlier about searching Zach Adams' house. You actually searched 3 different properties. It was 235 Adams Lane, that's Zach Adams' house, correct? And then you all also searched, did you not, 260 Adams Lane, which was Dick Adams' house?
Correct.
Dick Adams gave you permission to come in and search his house, didn't he?
Yes.
And then there's an old decrepit house that's across the street that you searched also.
Correct.
And you seized 4 different vehicles in this case, didn't you? That
Yes.
belonged to the Adams.
Yes.
You took the 98 white Nissan pickup truck.
Correct.
You took a 94 black Nissan pickup truck.
Correct.
You took a somewhere in the year 2000s Chevy Silverado, it's a pewter gray pickup truck.
Correct.
And then you took a red Jeep, a Jeep Wrangler that hadn't even been purchased by the Adams family at the time Holly disappeared, didn't you?
Correct.
And all 4 of those vehicles are still in custody of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Being, I believe we have them all here. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He looked so perturbed.
When you searched the Adams house, you actually took hundreds of items from there, didn't you?
Many items. I don't know a specific number.
Would you agree with me if the lab reports are up to items in the 500s, that there might have been as many as 500 items tested by the lab in this case?
Could have been.
And you took things such as all the mattress pad, all the material off the mattress, like at the top of the mattress, you all cut that material away and took it, didn't you?
We did.
You took couches. There was at least 1 or 2 couches that you took.
We did.
Took chairs and ottomans.
We did.
You took blankets, sheets, pillowcases, pillows.
We did.
You took carpeting out of the house.
We did.
You took shelving out of the closets,
Took the floor,
didn't you?
Probably, yes.
like in Walsh.
And you
Took
spent
the floor
several
in that one,
days
too.
in the house in February of 2014, didn't you?
I don't recall days. I think maybe 24 hours.
Okay, 24 hours. And then on the property, you also brought in a backhoe and used a backhoe in several places to dig, didn't you?
I don't recall that.
You don't recall the backhoe?
No, I may not have. I don't recall that.
Okay, so that means it's possible you just don't remember.
Correct.
And there was a well. Do you remember that there was a well on the property that had been
The gloves
covered up years
man.
ago when they got city water?
No,
There was a
I
well.
remember an open well.
Okay, a well across the street on the property was an open well, wasn't it? You all searched that well too, didn't you?
An open well on the edge of the property, Adams property, 235 Lane.
Okay, you searched that well?
Yeah, did.
And matter of fact, you did cut a piece of the wooden flooring out that was in Zach's main house in the living room where the couch was sitting. You cut out a very large piece of flooring, subflooring, so that it did go down to the dirt, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you took all that back to the laboratory for testing.
Yes, ma'am.
And there was DNA that was recovered from that, but it didn't match Holly Bobo, did it?
From the floor.
Well, there were people's DNA just from all the searching you did. There was DNA from people
Correct.
that was there. It wasn't DNA free.
Correct.
The DNA didn't match Holly Bobo.
We did not find Holly's DNA.
Okay.
We did find nail polish.
Okay.
that matched what we found at the body recovery site.
Okay, so you found
What?
some nail polish. You didn't find any DNA though on the nail polish, did you?
No.
Okay. And there was no 32 ammunition recovered at the
Whoa.
house, was there?
There's a lot
Nail
of
polish
ammunition
that
recovered without
matched.
seeing the list, I'm not sure.
Okay.
We may have.
So that's so once you discovered that this alleged gun that was used to shoot her was a 32, you didn't think at the time that maybe you'd go back and look to see what was recovered from Zach Adams' house?
I'm sure we did, and we would know that, but I haven't physically, I was not the agent that did that.
Okay, so if they had gone back and found 32 ammo at the Adams house, don't you think someone would have mentioned it to you?
I'm sure we would know. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so most likely it was not recovered.
I haven't had that reported to me, correct?
No further questions.
Further, it's been a long time since I got his house.
Yes, sir.
So I should have been checking grandmother's barn,
Correct.
but it was gone.
Yes,
The day you responded, you started some sort of Amber Alert process, is that right?
yes,
To do that, did you have to ask the Bobos how old their daughter was?
yes, sir.
And what did they tell you?
Karen first told me she was 17.
She lied to you about how his age, didn't she?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Someone had told her that we wouldn't issue an Amber Alert if she was over 18. When in fact, that's much the same process. We treat them the same. Missing and endangered persons are treated almost exactly alike. We would a missing child.
But she didn't know that.
Same
She
protocol.
lied about her
She lied.
age. This family. Some of their behavior is odd. And I do kind of remember this
Any further
coming.
cross-
It was very quickly after this happened that you realized Holly was a 20-year-old woman. Isn't that right?
Within a few minutes.
Okay, so that lie was very short-lived at the time.
We're talking about 20 minutes of back and forth, 20 minutes, maybe 30 before we got that down. There was a lot of controversy between what the Fusion Center was pulling up on her driver's license and what I was being told.
Okay.
We didn't have smartphones back in those days. We had flip phones.
But it's-
Information didn't travel as well as it does now.
But that discrepancy was straightened out on April the 13th, 2011.
That was.
Okay, no further questions.
Done. All right, step in. Please
What
don't discuss your testimony being one, you come back in the courtroom if you would like. Okay.
Ron, we still under subpoena by the defense, and we may or may not call him.
All right, you'll remain outside the courtroom and don't view any news reports, please. Let's take a recess. Good point. Break 15 minutes, please. Call your next witness.
Okay.
Steve Deaton.
Steve. Steve what?
Deaton.
Steve Deaton.
Steve Deaton. All right, let's see what old Steve has to say and where he is from. How about that? Come on, Steve. Come on down, Steve. You're the next contestant on the Price is Right.
My name is Steve Deaton. First name Steve, last name Deaton.
Hallelujah. We got a witness that will speak out. He's almost as loud as I am.
My voice boom.
I love it.
I used to get in trouble in school.
Yes, sir. I'm familiar.
I'm not going to ask you to speak up.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just keep your voice loud enough for them to hear at the end of the shirt box, okay?
Understood.
All right, so you're wearing a shirt with some sort of a logo on it. Mr. Deacon, what is that?
That is the logo for West Tennessee Dive Rescue and Recovery.
Slow down. West Tennessee.
Dive, Rescue, and Recovery.
What does West Tennessee Dive, Rescue, and Recovery do?
We are a group of non-compensated professional volunteers that provide public safety diving and water response services to agencies in West Tennessee that request us. And we're also the public safety dive team and water response team for the Henderson County, Tennessee Sheriff's Department.
Okay, so you guys, is it fair to say you were called upon or gathered to respond in a number of different kinds of situations?
That would be correct.
Including when somebody drowns or somebody's missing in water, or
Any application where water is involved, we're a viable asset.
included in your services, your shirt says lead diver.
That's
Are you
correct.
actually a diver?
I am actually a public safety diver, have been since 1999.
And on some occasions, are you asked to look for evidence?
I don't disagree, Kelly. The issue is singularly, it's not a big deal, but there were a lot of behaviors. It wasn't just one behavior that, like, why were they investigating their own daughter's disappearance? Like, why aren't you working with law enforcement? Why isn't there some kind of plan put together where everybody works together? That part baffles me. because in 2011, that was absolutely a thing. And so it's weird. They would, to me, I look at it as jeopardizing the investigation because they were going and talking to people and trying to get evidence. They get the SIM card, for heaven's sake. So all chain of custody has been broken at that point. It's those types of behavior that makes me go, another thing? You lied about your daughter's age?
That's by law enforcement that doesn't require diving, but it's simply in the water.
Yes, ma'am. Anytime something is in the water, we are an asset to be used.
In a situation where you don't have to dive, but you simply have to be in knee-deep water looking for something, how do you do it?
We have to utilize technology to be able to accentuate our abilities to be able to look places that the visual cues are not available. We use technology.
I want you to stop
Yes,
and
ma'am.
use layman's terms.
Okay.
Stop utilizing whatever. Just
We use technology to be able to help us see in the water when you can't see. with your eyes.
Utilizing?
how do you do that?
A number of different ways, primarily metal detectors.
So are there metal
Would you
detectors
just
available?
don't say
that are
utilizing?
good under the water? I mean,
Yes, ma'am. There are many metal detectors that are available that are completely usable in the water.
I want to draw your attention, please,
How
to
condescending.
this summer, I guess, and ask whether you guys were, whether your boss, the person that is in charge of West Tennessee Dive Search and Rescue, contacted you and others and asked you to go to a road in Decatur County. John?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where were you asked to go?
We were asked to, originally I was contacted by my chain of command to ready a team for a deployment for a shallow water evidence search.
Ready deployment, does that mean go to a,
No, ma'am. Ready a deployment would be prepared to move.
okay, so did you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, where did you guys go?
We rendezvoused with agents from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Oh,
at
don't
the
say
first stop at
rendezvous.
Exit 126 on I-40.
And once you went to exit 126 at I-40, did you guys all caravan or go to a different
She
location?
We left from there, led by
Not
Tennessee Bureau of
want you to
Investigation
use
agents
multiple
to
syllable
a location
words.
on Joe Hawley Road,
And what location in particular on Joe Holiday Road?
near the intersection of Bible Hill Road, sometimes also known as Hawley Road.
And what were you briefed on? What were you asked to look for?
When we arrived on that scene, we were briefed by Agent Booth of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation that we were there to conduct a search of a drainage feature, ditch, creek, stream, whatever you want to call it, that ran alongside of Joe Holiday Road. We were there particularly to search for a piece of evidence that was described to us as being a weapon, further described as a handgun, further described as a revolver.
So how did you begin your search?
We assembled the teams together at the location on the north end of the drainage feature, creek, et cetera, near the crossing over of the box culvert there on the Hawley Road or Bible Hill Road, depending on what name you want to call it. At the north end of the Joe Hawley Road, we began at that point. We dispersed our teams from north to south, approximately 100 yards apart, and our projected area of search was only within the bounds of the water itself.
This was the end of May, I believe.
May the 25th.
Did all of you begin at the same point and go out, or did you start at different points? How'd you do that?
No, man, we overlapped our teams. We began with one team at the bridge at the north end of the drainage feature. We deployed a team approximately 100 yards south of there in the middle, and we deployed another team 100 yards south of that, would be to the south team. And we began from that point, headed south, so we had overlapping search areas to cover the area completely.
And may I assume, and tell me if I can't, that while searching, your underwater metal detectors picked up things that weren't a handgun?
Absolutely.
So if you hear a beep or a buzz or whatever, then what did y'all do to see what that particular thing was?
Our primary first order was to identify any metallic object that the metal detector said that it was passing over. Our objective was to dig every hit. In other words, we were going to identify every piece of metal that we could possibly identify within the bounds of that drainage feature.
All right, and then once a detector went off, and you would,
Stop, find out what it was,
by digging it up?
whatever means necessary.
Okay, I'm asking you.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever means necessary, we would dig it to actually identify with our eyes what that piece of metal was.
All right, I'm gonna ask you, look at this picture. You recognize it?
Yes, I recognize that picture.
What is it?
That would be a picture of the drainage feature in question with two members of my team and Agent Booth also in the drainage feature during our search efforts.
Ask that this be marked as the next number. Exhibit.
We're at 200.
Digging along, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's the person in the forefront?
Would be
Just get those beside you. I've got enough, I think.
as we're looking at the picture to the far right of the photograph is a team member of mine, Chad Gillen. He's a career firefighter and EMT in Henderson County Fire Department. In the middle is Samantha Deaton. She's a biology student at Jackson State Community College. And then, of course, on the left is Agent Booth of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
I
So,
bet
how long
Samantha's
were you
his
out there?
daughter.
From the time we started till terminus,
I'm sorry,
from the time we started till the time we finished,
yes.
approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay, so and when you say to the time we finished, what made you stop doing what you were doing?
We located a metal object that was later identified as a revolver.
You say we located it.
That is correct.
Who located it?
My team located it.
Who was on your team?
I was on my team, and Mr. Chad Gillum that is shown in the photograph, and also Mr. Method Eaton is also shown in the
So
photograph.
y'all three found it at the same time?
We were all three within a 1 foot radius of each other.
All three using underwater metals?
One metal detector, and the other two people were actually identifying the objects that were detected by the metal detector.
So, and you, when it beat this time, you dug down?
No, ma'am, there was no digging involved. The object was laying on the surface, on the surface of the bottom of the drainage feature underwater, approximately 15 inches.
So what'd you do?
The metal detector cited that it was over top of a large iron-based object. And by that, I mean that the metal detectors make different noises depending on what type of metal it thinks it's over top of.
Okay.
When it made the sound that it was over top of a large iron-based object, I reached into the water with my gloved hands. I retrieved the object that was underneath the metal detecting search coil. As I brought it toward the surface of the water, when it got within about 3 inches of the surface of the water, the outline of a revolver was clearly identifiable.
And what'd you do at that point?
I put the item back on the bottom of the drainage feature, back where it was originally, notified the agents of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Agent Booth was the closest, approximately 15 feet from our location. He came to our place of where we were at, and I once again reached in, grabbed the item, brought it up from the bottom of the drainage feature until it was clearly visible about 3 inches below the surface to him that it was clearly the outline of a revolver.
If an object like a revolver appears to have been in the water for some period of time, you just pull it up and dry it off and put it in a bag and do something else?
No, ma'am, our protocols are for any evidence that we recover in the water remains in the water until we are advised by law enforcement agency to remove it from the water.
And once removed, is it put in a bucket with water?
It is always maintained in a container with the ambient water, the water around where it was discovered, in that container as well to maintain the evidence.
I'm gonna show you two more pictures. And without showing them to the jury, just tell me if you recognize, these two pictures.
I do.
What is the first one?
That is a picture of the location where the object was found. That is a picture of the actual object.
All right, whose hands are handling that?
Those hands are my hands that are handling that.
I'll ask these to be marked as the next
All
two.
right, the 201, 202.
All right, so they found the gun. This is a
And
quite
tell me
delightful
whether or not looking at this
man.
picture, if you recognize that, if that appears to be the same.
That does appear to be the same item that we found that time. Yeah, definitely.
I like him as
Yes.
well. He
I'll ask that
seems
you mark as the next judge.
very thorough, very precise. Oh, Sherry, both attorneys' first names are Jennifer.
You show them that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
This heifer up here talking right now is bad, Jennifer. We don't like her. The defense attorney's good, Jennifer. We like her.
It's kind of hard to see,
A little bit.
but you can see better on the picture itself. Okay, whose arms are these?
Those are my arms.
Right, and what do you have in your hand right now?
That is the revolver that we found at the bottom of the drainage feature.
Right, was that placed in this bucket?
It was. This was at the time when Agent Booth had brought the container for us to put the evidence in and had requested that we remove the evidence to the top of the water so that this particular photograph could be taken prior to us putting it into the bucket that had the ambient water in it to contain the evidence.
Right, next one, please. And is this, you guys, I guess, removing it to actually put it into
That, yes, ma'am, that is me with the shirt on that says West Tennessee Dive Rescue and Recovery on the back.
this guy right here?
That is me.
Right.
And that is at the point where just prior to the previous picture was taken, that is where I'm bringing the object up for that previous photograph to be taken.
Right, and the last one. And is this what the gun looked like?
That is what the gun looked like when it came up off of the out of the ditch or out of the drainage feature. Yes, ma'am.
I don't have any further questions.
Cross-examination.
Can you please tell me how far under the water the gun was located?
Approximately 15 inches.
Considered water was 15 inches deep?
At that point, yes, ma'am, it's about 15 inches deep.
And how far down into the soil?
It was laying on top of the substrata, on top of the soil. It was not submerged underneath any silt or sediment.
Okay. Could you see it from the creek, or was the water too deep to see it?
The water was too deep and also too murky to be able to visually see the bottom at that depth.
No further questions.
Done? Are you done with him?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Let me just ask you.
Yes, sir.
Did you encounter any bad things going in there?
Yes, Your Honor. One of my members did encounter a venomous reptile.
Okay, that's enough.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I just have to know that.
I know that's sir. Thank you.
Your Honor.
We're going to release him from our subpoena now.
You're free to go, period, okay? Thank you.
Judge McGinley, you need to simmer
This is the 30th
yourself
witness.
down.
Next witness, please.
State House Agent Serbinia Braswell.
Oh, this judge makes me have hives, I'm telling you. Mm. Let me entertain my captive audience.
Is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Be seated, state your name, first and last, and spell for the benefit of the court reporter.
Yes, K.S.
Serbinia
Granny,
Braswell,
among others.
CERVINIA BRASWELL.
Oh, now I've missed her name. Serbia Braswell, is that what you said?
I'm employed by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Oh,
I'm a
shoot.
special
I got to
agent,
back up because I was
RASWE.
not paying attention.
Raswell,
Sorry, y'all.
CER. Cervinia Raswell, CERVINIA BRASWELL.
Raswell, where do you work?
I'm employed by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. I'm a special agent assigned as a forensic scientist to the Firearms Identification Unit.
And where is your office? Where's your primary located?
My office is in Memphis, Tennessee, in the Shelby Farms area.
How long have you been a special agent for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation?
Approximately 12 years.
And what are your duties there at TBI as a forensic scientist?
I examine fired bullets, cartridge cases, shot shells, and other ammunition components to determine the specific firearm that they were fired in, as well as examining those firearms to make sure that they're functioning properly, and if they're not, to attempt to get them back in working order.
Tell us the jury about your educational background.
I have a Bachelor's of Science degree from the University of Mississippi in forensic chemistry. After graduating, I worked for the Shelby County Medical Examiner's Office as a forensic scientist. In September 2005, I came to the TBI Crime Lab and underwent training in firearms identification. This involved a 2-year on-the-job training program involving the microscopic examination of over 1,000 fired bullets, cartridge cases, shot shells, and other ammunition components to determine the specific firearm they were fired in, as well as examining those firearms. I trained under 7 court-qualified firearms examiners with over 100 years of combined experience. I'm also trained in muzzle to garment distance determination, serial number restoration, and tool mark identification. As part of that training, I also toured many of the firearm manufacturing plants located throughout the Northeast United States, as well as the Remington and Winchester ammunition plants and the Tennessee Cartridge Company. I was able to see firsthand how those different manufacturers make their products and the marks that those machining processes they use leave on the firearms and ammunition components.
You testified as an expert witness in the courts of Tennessee during your time as a special
Took my
agent.
qualifications. Right.
You're with Air Force Center as
Of
firearms.
course, I can actually express it.
Agent Bradford, did you have occasion to examine a firearm that brought the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation by Special Agent Red Book?
I did.
I'll show you a picture of what's been previously marked as Exhibit 203. Not with. You recognize that?
I do.
What is that?
This is a picture of the right-hand side of the revolver that was brought in by Agent Booth.
I'm going to show you another photo and ask you to identify that.
I can.
What is that?
That's the left side of the revolver.
I'll show you that's just the introduced into evidence as Exhibit 204.
Be two of them.
This other side of that gun.
It is.
What did you do when you received that weapon?
Well, when a rusted firearm comes into the laboratory that has been either submerged in water or exposed to wet environments, they require immediate attention. And this is to prevent any further damage or corrosion to the firearm. So this firearm was submitted by Agent Booth to the evidence receiving unit, where it came back to the firearms identification unit. The first priority in examining these type of guns is to make sure the gun is unloaded. And in this case, you can see that the cylinder is rusted closed. So in order to open that, to remove any cartridges that were in there, the gun had to be soaked in a penetrating oil and rust remover. The gun soaked for approximately 30 minutes, where I removed the gun from the solution, and I was able to tap the cylinder open with a rawhide mallet. At that time, this particular gun, the cylinder has 7 chambers. 5 of those chambers were loaded with 32 auto caliber cartridges. 2 of those chambers were empty. I unloaded the gun at this time and put the gun back into the
You said
solution.
2 were what?
2 were empty.
Empty. Okay.
Put the revolver,
The casing, cylinder's empty.
5 cartridge cases and 2 empty cylinders
Okay.
for chambers. Sorry.
Got it. Got it.
Gun held 7.
Yes.
Had 5 in it.
Yes.
2 empty.
Yes.
All right. Once you made the gun safe and took the ammunition out of it, what did you do?
I put the revolver back into the solution, and this was late Friday afternoon on May 26th. And it remained in the solution until Tuesday morning when I came to work on May 30th. At that time, I removed the revolver out of the solution, and all the hammer and the trigger were starting to move a little bit, and a lot of the rust was gone at that time. So I cleaned the gun with a gun solvent, and the purpose of that was to remove any of the remaining oil from the solution that it was soaking in, as well as being able to get into the tighter areas, such as up inside or underneath the trigger, where it goes up into the frame, as well as where the hammer connects down into the frame to remove any other debris that was there. At that point, the gun was now inoperable condition, so I was able to test fire the gun. I was able to fire 32 S&W long cartridges, which is what the gun's chambered for, as well as 32 auto caliber cartridges, which is what the cylinder was loaded with when the gun was recovered.
What kind of gun is it?
It's an Arminius is the brand. The model is a HW5, and it's a 32 S&W long caliber revolver.
And it's loaded with 32 auto cartridges.
Yes.
Those are the same caliber, but different what?
They're a different caliber. They have different names, but the diameters of the bullets or really close, and so they are interchangeable. They will or can be fired in this revolver.
Agent Braswell, I'll show you what's been previously marked.
Like the
180.
Blackout
Ask you to identify.
300 in Murdoch. Same thing. You could load
It
the
is. It's
those
got a
guns with
barcode that was generated by my laboratory with a
different
unique laboratory
ammunition.
case number, exhibit number. It's got my initials and date when I made this package, and it's got my evidence tape and initials where I sealed the package when I was done with my examination.
Open that up. Is that the gun to be tested?
It is.
Agent Braswell, also in that box, exhibit 181. It's been marked out for identification previously. Do you have to recognize what exhibit 181 is?
I do.
What is it?
This is the 532 auto cartridges that were loaded in this revolver when it was recovered.
You want this time to say
It's
what
in
it is?
evidence.
Thank you. I'll go back. I'll put those back in my pocket. We'll get some court reporter.
I don't know why they even have her. We've already put the gun in evidence. Like I don't understand
I'll show you, 2 more pictures and ask if you can identify those.
why they're going through all of this with the gun.
Okay.
Tell us about the bullets.
Yes.
You beat me to it before I turned around. What are those?
This is the right side and left side of that same revolver after it had been soaked and cleaned.
And those are pictures of the gun that's in the box.
It is.
You want to say that's supposed to be marked?
205 to 206.
205 would be the one facing right.
They have already decided it was the gun. I don't
Especially
think
the
it
205
was.
on screen. Tell the jury what we're seeing.
This is the right side of the revolver that you saw in my previous pictures. This is after I cleaned it.
And 206.
And this is the left side of that same revolver.
Did you prepare a report of the examination of this firearm?
I did.
Show you another exhibit. Ask if you can identify it.
I can. This is a true and exact copy of the report that I generated for this case.
I'll say that's that.
It's in evidence 206.
32 S&W long as well as a 32 auto.
Yes,
And the gun work with both.
it did.
It's designed to work with both, or can work with both.
It can work with both.
Explain to the jury how you go about testing that firearm.
Well, I will open cylinder, load cartridges in there, close the cylinder, and I have a water tank. It's a large tank filled with water that I shoot the gun into. And that allows me to get bullets that I know came from that gun and cartridge cases that I know came from that gun. So if there's any evidence to compare later down the road, I will have that gun's, what we call a mechanical fingerprint.
We
available
don't
to look at on
know.
those bullets and cartridge cases.
Is she going to say that they had something to test her test shots against?
My name is Jerry Gonzalez. I'm with the defense team. I'm going to try and win the award for the most loud speaking attorney. So we'll see how I do. On your report, you mentioned a regional NIBIN system.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
The regional NIBIN system. It's the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network. And what that is a system that we put test-fired cartridge cases in. We put the cartridge cases in, and the system takes digital pictures of those cartridge cases. And those images are sent off to a regional hub, and that hub will send back correlations or a list of possible firearm or other cases that may be associated
like a
with that particular
CODIS for
gun. May have the
bullets.
same mechanical
I get
fingerprint.
it.
So is putting it another way, is it used to help solve other crimes, for example, where you have a bullet but you don't have a gun, and then you find a gun, so you shoot it and you see if the 2 bullets match?
It can be, but it's on cartridge cases only.
Okay.
No bullets.
The cartridge cases.
Yes.
Right. But so rephrasing that, it's if you have a cartridge case from an unsolved crime, for example, and you find a gun, you shoot the gun with cartridge cases to see if the 2 cartridge cases match.
Yes. If you don't know that 2 cases are linked, that's a way to be able to see if other cases are involved.
Right. And then you can say this gun is correlated with this other casing that was found in the crime scene, for example.
Right. And then at that point, all the evidence from both scenes would be brought in, and those would be examined under a comparison microscope by a trained firearms examiner.
Now, do you know if there was a 32 casing found in this case?
Not to my knowledge.
There was not, right?
Not to my knowledge. No.
So when you were shooting that to get the casing out of the water tank, you weren't really doing that to solve anything unknown about the Holly Bobo case. You were seeing if that gun would match with some other unknown case, right? Right, not unknown case, but another case other than the Holly Bobo case.
Correct. It's part of our protocol that if we have a firearm, we will test fire that firearm, and those cartridge cases are entered into the NIBIN system.
Do you remember what you used, what chemicals you used to clean the gun?
I do.
Can you say what those chemicals were?
So I soaked. You talking about early start to finish?
Yes.
The penetrating oil is called Cano Penophyte, and that was mixed with a little bit of a vapor rust, which is a non-corrosive rust remover. And then when I removed the gun on May 30th, I cleaned it with brake free and gun scrubber.
Did you use an air hose at all to remove excess oil, for example?
No.
I know DB hangs out at Defense Diaries. Thanks for joining us.
Where is, if you know, where is the Arminius gun manufactured?
Germany.
So it's a German-made gun.
It is.
You know what year it was?
I do not.
Thank you. That's all I have.
The Ivan system, you said your results of the Ivan system,
I do.
never no associations.
That's correct.
Maybe in the future if there's an association, not here, but that's put into the system in case something else comes up.
That's correct.
You're not aware of anything else coming up yet in this case.
I don't.
I don't want to belabor this, but you got your bullet with you, the demonstration bullet.
I do.
Probably there's a difference between a cartridge casing and bullet.
Your Honor,
Yes.
can I sign it?
Yes.
So this entire,
David, if you just step over here, I can see.
Get the other lights.
Oh, not only do we get to go to law school, we get to go to firearms school. Yay!
so the entire component is the cartridge. It's made of a bullet, the gunpowder inside the cartridge case, and a primer. So what happens when the gun is fired? In this case, the hammer will move
Means
forward
nothing
and push the firing pin
because there's
through the
nothing to
briefcase, and that
compare it
strikes
to.
the back of the primer in this area. That creates a spark. That spark lights the gunpowder inside the cartridge. When enough pressure is built up, it forces that bullet out of the cartridge and down the barrel of the firearm. As the bullet travels down the barrel, that gun's mechanical fingerprint is scraped alongside the bullet. So those are the marks that we look at under the microscope to examine bullets together.
Eh.
The firing pin and the marks around on the breech face, which is the block of metal that surrounds the firing pin, are what mark the back of the cartridge case. It's that same pressure that forces that bullet down the barrel forces that cartridge case back up against that breech face. So we look at those marks under the microscope to see if two cartridge cases were fired from the same gun or a particular gun. So the cartridge cases are what is entered into NIVIC.
Even though you didn't have a cartridge casing or a spent bullet, that you could have a comparison, you were able to determine the firearm did work.
Yes.
All of that meant absolutely
Were
nothing.
you able to read the serial number on the weapon?
I was.
Did you associate that serial weapon with any other known or unknown crimes?
I don't run the serial number, our agent does.
Do you have any information that would help you answer that question?
I do not.
All right, thank you.
Wouldn't that have been
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
really important information to have if she was coming to
Put that in. I
testify?
wanna make sure it's you.
207.
Okay. We're advising back and forth. We're probably ahead of schedule, but this is a logical breaking time. It'll let you get a little rested and relaxed. And then those of you that want to watch Hardin County Tigers on the computer screen, they're going to set that up. She'll tell me they've got some electronics people who have projection screen. If you don't want to watch Tigers, don't watch Tigers. Okay. Once again,
Sure.
all the instructions I gave you at the outset. No discussion. Keep an open mind. As best you can, put this out of your mind. And avoid any news reports. Don't discuss it with anyone or allowed to be discussed in your presence. Any outside communication is done in the presence of an officer. I think I have sworn in at least 40 something. So they've got plenty of people that are rotating in and out to make sure the rules are followed. Questions? We're going to go half a day tomorrow or somewhere around that. Then we're going to take a break on Sunday. You'll get the day yourself. They'll probably have some entertainment. I understand that potentially there'll be a worship service if you want to participate in that. In other words, our religious beliefs.
It's the South, y'all. You're in the Bible Belt, man. Everybody's got to be going to church on Sunday. So obviously this was not a Sunday. This may have been a Saturday, actually, or maybe a Friday. Is he talking? I'm not sure. But we're going to head on to the next day here since that just finished day 5. And yes, Sherry, we are full blown into the tales of the bizarro world where up is down and in is out and smart is dumb. And it's a whole different thing in Tennessee with this particular trial. I cannot even believe this even happened. It's so awful. Let me get our closed captioned all up here. Oh, hang on.
Yes.
Well, I may have to fix that on the fly because it is not showing up right away. But let's boogie on down. Oh, hey, Debbie's with us now too. Sherry, yeah, I normally love a bow tie on a man. This judge, Now, Mr. Bates, Zach Adams, defense attorney for the post-conviction relief, He wears bow ties all the time. I rather like that. Are you having bad weather in North Carolina, Sherry? I did not know that. I mean, if they're closing liquor stores, that's a really big, big deal.
Thank you. What do you do for a living?
I clean houses.
Did you have the opportunity to clean the house of Miss Dottie in Decatur County, Tennessee?
Yes, sir.
Miss Dottie was the owner of Dottie's BP and Marine.
Yes, sir.
Take you back to April 13, 2011, the day Holly Bobo was taken. Remember that day?
Yes.
What were you doing that day?
I was cleaning Miss Dottie's house.
Was Mr. Victor Dinsmore there?
Yes, sir.
What time did you arrive that morning?
Probably between 8 and 9.
Mr. Dinsmore, was he there before you got there?
I'm not quite sure which one of us got there first.
Was he there that morning with you?
Oh, yes.
And how long were you at Miss Dottie's house?
Till about 5 that afternoon.
Mr. Dinsmore there until that afternoon?
Yes, sir.
Did some people visit that afternoon?
Yes.
Tell the jury what happened that afternoon.
Okay, it was probably between 2:30 and 3:30. I was headed to the laundry room, and she has 2 sliding glass doors. And I seen images, so I kind of backed up and looked, and I seen 3 guys by a pickup truck talking to Victor
Where were they? These 3 guys in the pickup. Where were they talking to Victor?
out in the front, in the driveway at Dottie's. That would be behind the house.
The driveway comes up around the side of the house toward the back.
Yes, sir.
Victor was in the back talking to these
What
3.
time did you say?
Between 2:30 and 3:30.
Between 2:30 and 3?
What I can remember.
Okay, I didn't quite understand. You heard it say that.
This
Two
judge,
people in addition to Mr. Dinsmore in the back.
Yes, sir.
Do you know who one of those 3 people was?
Yes, sir.
Who was one of those 3 people?
Jason Osprey.
How do you know who Jason Osborne is?
Actually, I know his mother.
So you know who Mr. Osborne was?
Yep.
How tall was Mr. Osborne?
Tall.
Tall. You know what they were talking about?
I have no idea.
See any other activity in the back?
No, sir.
That's what it's right.
Hello, Ms. Doris. My name is Jennifer Thompson.
oh, this is like
Debbie,
way not in sync.
I'm sorry. Dottie, Miss Dottie, everyone's referring to her as Miss Dottie, but her name is Dottie Cooley, isn't that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And this day that you were there with Victor Dinsmore, you had not met Victor Dinsmore before that day, had you?
No, I hadn't.
And you didn't know him before?
No.
And so how is it that have you met him since or seen him since?
I've seen him maybe a couple of times, and that's it.
What other times have you seen him?
There was one time my husband used to work at the Shell gas station at the interstate. I was there, and he come in and got gas then, and that was probably it. We actually worked 2 days together at Dottie's.
No further
He made it sound like they were BFFs.
questions.
No?
Yes.
Okay, Mrs. Doris, you may be excused, or if you wish to join us in the courtroom, you may do so.
Thank you.
You're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
This is like so far out of sync. I am so sorry. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about it.
I'm going to have to spell it anyway.
Z's, Ms. Nelson.
Let me see if I can try to reload this particular page, guys, because it's not just a little off, it's like mega off. So let me see if I can try to get us
P-O-R-R-I-S.
All right, thank you. You can proceed.
in a better situation here. Oop. And we were about the time that she was going to be. Oh no, I think Whispering Rocks is coming back. Oh boy. All right. Yep, we got Whispering Rocks.
Proof, home proof, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do, sir.
Be seated, state your first and last name, spell it for the recorder for you.
The first name is Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Last name is Frizzell, F-R-I-Z-Z-E.
Y'all, I am so sorry. It is just mega out of sync, and I don't really know how to fix it. I just tried to reload it, and that didn't really do anything. So mostly listen right now. That's my advice. This is, 2017 technology, so we have to kind of go with it. Let's find out what Michael Frizzell has to tell us.
Before I start questioning, Your Honor, I'm going to make an announcement to the court and to the jury with the consent of the defense. There will be stipulations entered later in this trial with regard to the authenticity of records that Agent Frizzell is going to testify about. We've done that. Both sides to speed this up. There's also going to be provided.
Any stipulations be provided the other way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Both of their records, our records. Also, even to speed it up faster, there's going to be a list provided to the jury of telephone numbers with the people whose telephones that belongs to. provided to the jury later as well. Individuals that Mr. Till testified about today, other individuals that the defense.
So my sound is mono right now as well. So it's something on their end.
Both sides, all that, that's the other thing.
I got
I really
nothing.
appreciate it, and the attorneys are aware. I've tried to encourage where we could, and I really appreciate that.
We're here to talk today about phone numbers, a bunch of stuff like that. Agent Giselle, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Cell phones.
None of us want to be here. All right?
Bring it on.
For a week. Some of this stuff may be dropped, is that right?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna work and get through it, okay?
Jerry had an opportunity to talk to you this morning.
Oh, good. Good.
Of course, that might bring up another issue. We might have to take a break sometime. If you do, just let me know, okay?
Did he tell you how to mute your iPad when you're
I'm an
watching?
assistant special agent in charge with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, part of our technical services unit. I'm also assigned to the FBI as a task force officer and on the child sexual exploitation task force. And I am a member of the CAST team, which is a cellular analysis survey team for the FBI.
And to do those things, in particular, or part of those duties include looking at call detail records, and that is records produced regarding telephone.
That's correct. Yes.
To do that, maybe you had special training, special education.
I have. It's CAST training is about a 5.5-week program, and that consists of a 2-day basic course. If you pass that, you get invited to a 1-week advanced course. It's very intense, long. And then if you pass that, you get invited to a 4-week certification course. And that consists of being trained, looking at records, and engineers from each major cell phone provider comes in and teaches us things.
If it's speaking, that we're going to speak that he's an expert in the area of cellular telephone traffic.
Let the record show that.
In fact, you testified as an expert with regard to historic call detail records many times in the past.
Yes, sir, I have.
You've looked at these things many times in the past.
That's correct.
You've prepared a report for us today.
Yes,
Does that report include analysis of certain phone numbers that we asked you to look at
it does. Yes,
for certain time periods?
that's correct. Yes,
Would that report aid in your testimony here today?
yes, it would.
All right, I'll let the evidence this time. The state has nothing to do.
The exhibit 218.
This report here.
Oh boy, let's bring on the cell phone evidence. This is where stuff went off the rails, if I remember correctly, in the hearings.
I have extra copies if you'd like to have one to go along with it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, still nothing.
Yes, sir.
PowerPoint. This is the PowerPoint's the same as the.
All right, he said he showed you the lights. We got a new person every day. Kill that and then kill that road.
All right, obviously, this is just cover page of the report, is that right?
That's correct.
We've got 3 telephone numbers there, is that correct?
It is.
That will be the light level. You're still going to be able to see your report.
Oh, yes, sir. I see it. Fine. Thank you.
And would you agree to me, we're going to talk a lot about these 3 numbers as we go through this report?
Yes, we are.
The top number being the number that belongs to Zach Adams.
That's correct.
The second number being the number that belongs to Jason Autry.
That's correct.
And the third number being the number that belongs to the victim, Holly Bobo.
That is correct.
All right. 1, 2, and 3.
You got the answer.
Lay it on me,
I can operate
Agent
for you.
Frizzell.
Okay, you just tell me which one you want to go to. Sure, you just tell me which page you want, and I'll give it.
All right, let's go along. All right, this provides background, what was asked for, and need you to explain what kind of records we're looking at, what we're doing with them, stuff like that.
Well, phone records, these are all ATT phone records, all 3 of these numbers. And so they'll come in a certain format. You can see on a slide to come that explains how to read those records. And once we get there, it'd be easier for me to show. Okay. So here on page 4. So this is an example. So the first column to the left is the date. The second column is the connection time that the call was made or
Oh,
received.
no.
Then the seizure time. So what that is the
Stay
ring
over
time.
there.
The person hits the send button on the phone when they make a call. So that's the ring time. And then you see the originating number, that's who placed the call. Terminating number, that's who received the call. The duration is in seconds, minutes and seconds. In this case, you'll see the top one's 16:0:16, so that's 16 seconds. You see the next one down 3:39, that's 3 minutes and 39 seconds. And then you see the calling party number, that's the person that placed the call. Then there's an IMEI, that's called a International Mobile Equipment Identifier. That's a unique identifier to the actual phone handset itself. Then the next column is called an IMSI, International Mobile Subscriber Identity. That is a number specific to a SIM card that you plug into the phone, so that is specific to the subscriber. So the
Show
equipment identifier is
me
phone
the
itself. SIM
screen.
card is the subscriber identity. And then there's some transaction type codes here. And then the last column is the cell location. So that's the cell tower that was used. The first number, like, and this top one is 1609. Ma'am, can you hear me okay? The cord's a little short. Let's try it this way. 1609, that identifies what we call a LAC, a location area code. The next number past that is actually the cell ID, the tower number. the first four numbers, 3152 is the tower number, and the last number, in this case 2, is the sector that was used. Then AT&T does it backwards. They have longitude, then latitude. That's the location for the tower itself, and then the azimuth of the sector.
You're going to explain to us here in a second the basis of how a cell phone tower works, what it means about these sectors. We're going to hear that in a minute, is that right?
Sure. No.
With regard to records like this that you get, you got these you said from AT&T.
AT&T, yes.
And by these records, I can tell what phone called what other phone.
That's correct.
It records the sender and the receiver.
That's correct.
I can tell how long this call lasted for.
That's correct.
Now, can I tell how long they talked or just how long this call lasted for?
How long it lasted for.
Okay, so if I see, for instance, it's that 16-second call at the start, that could be 16 seconds worth of talking. Is that right?
That's correct.
Or that could be just 16 seconds of ringing.
No, it's going to be a connection time. So it's connected at this point.
Okay.
So that's 16 seconds of something that went on.
Okay, so that's 16 seconds after the ringing.
That's right.
Okay.
Call's
so
answered.
The ringing is if I go up to seizure, over to the left of seizure time.
That's correct.
Okay. So for that first call, just if we were going to try to do this first call, there was 27 seconds of ringing. Is that right?
Hit the send button 27 seconds before it's
All
answered.
right. And then there's an answer and there's some whatever's happened on the phone for 16 seconds.
That's correct.
And you're given information regarding the actual phone that makes this call.
Yes.
And you're given information with regard to the SIM card, I guess, that is responsible for the call, or the account.
Yes. So the phone is the IMEI. So just remember EI, equipment identifier. So equipment being the handset. And then the last one, IMSI, just remember SI, subscriber identity. So that's the SIM card that goes in the actual handset.
And then you're given information about what tower the cell phone utilizes,
That's correct.
and information about, I know we don't know what it is yet, information about what sector on that tower.
That's correct.
Okay, well, explain for us sectors, towers, trying to use these records to get a general idea about where a phone is at a particular time.
Generally speaking, towers are set up in sectors so the providers can offer more capacity. So there's 360 degrees that they have to cover. So think of a compass or a clock on the back of the wall is a good example back here. So generally a sector covers 120 degrees. That's not always the case, but generally speaking, that's the way that so we can get 120s to make 360. So let's take, for example, if you look at the clock on the back of the wall. So if I see an azimuth of
I don't know what that is.
that's just think of a compass. So compass 0 to 360 all the way around. So like the clock on the wall, 12 being straight up north. So if I see 0 as the azimuth, that is going to be the center point of that sector. So I'm looking down the center and I want to go 60 degrees to the left, 60 degrees to the right. 60, 60 makes 120. So 12 o'clock being 0, if I wanted to make just from 12 to 4, so each hour hand would represent 30 degrees on a compass. So 1 would be 30 degrees, 2 would be 60, 3, 90, 4, 120. If I had it set that way, from 12 to 4 would make 120. That'd be sector
Y'all,
1.
My eyes have glazed.
From
I
4 to
don't
8
do
o'clock,
this kind of math.
be coming on around, that'd be my next 120 sector. That would be sector 2. And then from 8 o'clock back to 12 o'clock is my final 120 sector. That'd be sector 3.
So I think I got it. I'm like a cell phone tower, right? I'm divided into 3, what we're calling sectors. Is that right?
That's right.
And I'm
Tell me where their phones were, sir,
sort of like this out this direction.
That's correct.
because I know there's some tomfoolery that
That's right.
happened here.
So out like this direction.
That's correct.
So I've got a total, this is the whole circle.
This is the whole circle.
It's divided into 3.
That's correct.
So can you use records like this and tower information having to do with what you just explained, the sectors, to get a general idea about where a certain phone is at a particular time?
So when a phone, it has activity on the network, is in a call, receiving a call, text message, some sort of activity on the network. It's going to populate in the call records, the call detail records, which tower was used and which sector it was used during that event, that communication event. So we can get an idea about which side of that tower was being used, and we can get a general idea of the geographic location the phone is in. We can't give an exact location.
Oh, Whispering Rocks is now a windmill too.
Must be activity. So example, this phone is off. This is my phone. But if it were on, it would be in idle mode. I'm not doing anything with it. It's not going to show anything in a call detail record because it's just in idle mode. And so I have to do something. I have to either make a call, receive a call, initiate a data session, something like that.
So right now, somebody's trying to figure out where your cell phone is by looking at your records, after today. And your phone's off right there in your pocket right now. There'd be no way of knowing.
No.
Okay. You have to actually be getting a call or placing a call or text or some activity.
Not
Some sort of activity
anymore.
for populating the call record, yes.
Maybe in 27. Well, this would have been in 2011.
Let's explain one more thing for me, and then we're going to get to the meat of things. Okay. You said activity. Okay. I place a call, receive a call, send text, get get a text, that counts as activity.
Yes.
Is there also occasions where phone company can ping a phone or somehow create activity or something?
They can try to get a location for a device. It's a common word that's used around. It's called ping. It's a location-based services. So to ping a phone, what they're trying to do at law enforcement, we use it to these things in Amber Alerts, fugitive cases and things like that to try to pin down a tighter location for a phone rather than just based on a sector.
Yeah, we've heard about this.
Then they
Move
try
it
to
along,
triangulate.
Whispering
If they can
Rocks.
pull information from more than one tower for a device, we get a more accurate location. If they only pull it, we're able to get it from one tower, then it's not so accurate. So what we can do then with that information, in of itself, it helps us some. But if we can take that information, get a larger and better picture based on what witnesses have told us in a crime, or say if it's a fugitive, we're looking for somebody, do they live in that area? Do they have acquaintances in that area? Is there evidence that was found in that area? That gives us a better picture as to what's happening.
All right, so I want to understand this. We actually have heard a little bit of testimony about this already. But I want to.
Yeah, we sure have.
AT&T or whoever your provider is pings the phone because we're interested. Where is it? Somebody's missing or whatever it is, and then ping the phone. Does that give me like a spot on this earth where that phone is? Is it like GPS or something?
No, it's not GPS. GPS is satellite based. This is network based, cell tower, ground based things. So they're trying to get, let's say you're a tower, I'm a tower, and the officer over here in the corner is a tower. If it pulls from
You're
all
a
three
tower,
towers based
I'm
on
a
the
tower,
device, based on
everybody's a
timing.
tower.
So signal goes out from you, your signal gets to the handset and gets back to you at a certain time. I'm the next tower and it goes out, comes back at a different time. His is the third. It gets us a better location, but it's not an exact location.
So it's not like AT&T push a button, and for instance, I was interested with your phone, and they push a button and tell you, all right, Mike Frizzell's phone is in a courthouse right here in Savannah.
With newer technology now, it gets a little better. With technology back in 2011 in that area, not so much.
Instead, from what I understood, is they'll give you a possible area.
They call it confidence level. And so they give us a radius they'll give us a latitude and longitude to plot. Again, that's not GPS. That's just the best guess.
There's a
estimation.
lot of
And they'll give
lead
us
time
a
on this,
confidence rating,
which
we
is
call it,
making me think
based in
I'm
meters, and
going
that's
to be
radius. So we'll go out,
disappointed.
the radius from both sides of that point. Now we have our circle.
A
and
lot
we
of
concentrate
talking
in
about
that area of what we're looking for.
scientificness.
So ping Mike Frizzell's phone in 2011, and there's going to be a big circle of a possible area. It's probably a good idea to start looking.
In this case, particularly, yes. More urban areas, more towers, it gets smaller.
We're going to get into the meat things. So first I want to just make one thing clear at the start. Okay? At the time of this abduction, all right, when I asked that, let's say 7:30 to a few minutes after 8 o'clock.
Okay.
At the time of this abduction, looking at cell phone records and tower information, do we have any idea where Zach Adams' phone is, where Shane Austin's phone is, where Dylan Adams' phone is, or where Jason Autry's phone is?
No.
And why is it that we have no idea at the time of the abduction?
Well, there was nothing reflected in the call detail records for those phone numbers you just mentioned. So didn't see any activity. So there's nothing for us to find there. Now, there's reasons that could be. Either their phones were turned off, just like mine is now, or it was on, but there was just not any calls being placed or received, or it was in a service, in an area that could not receive service.
Oh, that's super
All the
common.
defendants at the time of the abduction, either their phones were off.
Okay, let me just tell you, in Tennessee, especially when you get in rural areas, having service is nearly impossible. I used to joke and say when I was at my sister-in-law's ranch that I needed to stand by the appropriate blade of grass so that my cell phone would work. And I do happen to know that AT&T's coverage back in 2011 stunk. It was awful. Verizon was the only thing that you could get any sort of decent coverage. And even that was difficult. So they're in a rural area here. I'm not feeling real warm and fuzzy about what we're going to find out here. So just thought I'd fill in those little details for you, because in rural, especially back in 2011, in rural areas, nearly impossible to get service.
They're not having any activity, or they're in areas where they don't get coverage.
That's correct.
You can proceed to slide 8. Just go ahead and get to the mirrors. All right. Told you it was going to be maybe a little dry, but we're going to do this, okay?
Okay.
Tell me what we're looking at. What box should we start with? What these symbols? Where should we start? And we'll start explaining the second first.
Well, what this represents is what you've already identified as the victim's phone.
All right, so this is her phone number, Holly Bobo.
731-549-7352. That's correct.
And we're looking for, it looks like we're looking at a period of time.
Period of time from 7:30 a.m. to through 9:06 a.m. on April 13th, 2011.
All right, and where do we start?
Well, let's look at 681 Swan Johnson Road. There's a little pink box
right.
there, and that's the location of the Bobo residence.
Okay.
On this map. So now you see different tower locations.
We don't see anything because this is all jacked
Okay,
up.
if I step down and point, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll try to speak up in a minute.
Yeah, just trying to make sure the jury has a clear view of what.
Yes,
Why aren't they making him
Would you
use the
rather-
little
would you rather
laser
move forward?
thing?
You know, lasers tend to get.
Okay.
Oh, now they are.
Sometimes I think.
Okay.
So what these represent a tower. Okay. This CID is called a cell ID. That's the tower identification number I talked about earlier. So 1253 is the tower number. This last number 1 is the sector that was used. So based on the information in the call records, I can tell you what that sector, which way it's pointing. So this is what we're looking at. At 7:30 a.m., her phone was using this tower. And the rest of the time's down through here, 7:31, 7:40, 8:07, 8:09, 8:10, and 8:11. But if you look, at 7:33, tower 1264, sector 1, was used at 7:33. So that's what these call-out boxes represent, the phone calls at particular times. So we go from here at 12531, jumps down to here to the southern tower,
Does that mean that between 7:30 and
733.
does that mean at 7:33 she had already moved necessarily?
I don't think so in this case, and this is why, because it goes right back. We see towers being used all through here. There's probably a little area of coverage for this tower this way down here. Sometimes it's not always the closest tower that's used. Sometimes it's a little island coverage. Most of the time, what a phone wants to do is use the strongest, cleanest signal when it makes a connection. So let me explain something. So like these chandeliers in the court, they're like those are towers. So if I wanted to read my credentials right now, what I would want to do is use the best light, generally the closest tower. So that I can see the other towers. If this is my phone, I can see those. And sometimes I will connect to ones for various reasons. It's a little photo.
So all these are towers, and you're standing right there, and you're using your cell phone. You may expect it to be on that tower right there,
Are y'all learning anything from this? Because I'm not.
but it could be on the tower here,
Could be.
and maybe even this one over here.
At times it could.
Okay. So it's not a hard, if I understand it right, it's not a hard and fast, if I'm standing in a certain place, I'm necessarily going to utilize a certain tower.
That's correct, but most of the time it's going to be the closest, but not always.
And so we have Holly, 7:30-ish, at this tower closest to her home. Is that correct, Holly's phone?
This one, and then at 7:53 and 7:59 is out right in the town of Parsons. It's used. Then from the Parsons Tower, the 12573 is the one in Parsons. This one is in a community called Chesterfield. I'm very familiar with that community. It comes back over that tower at 8:07, 7:40, 8:09. So after the 8 o'clock hour, it's still using this one. This has got a coverage area up here. Where do we start seeing transition take place? It's at 8:17.
Okay.
So it moves north. He uses the tower several miles north of our house.
He uses a
This
tower?
Tower 10962 is situated on Shiloh Road, right along Interstate 40. I'm very familiar with that road as well.
Interstate 40 is north of her house?
Yes.
Okay.
So at 8:17 and again at 8:26, we know that phone used this southern facing sector for this tower on Shiloh Road.
And I see another tower over here.
That tower, 31523, is to the east of the Shiloh Tower. And it was used at 9:06 a.m.
Okay.
But, and all these are inbound calls after you can see incoming. All these are incoming calls, nothing's going out. Only thing that went out was at 7:42, 7:33.
So she's not making any calls at this point. She's just people trying to call her or text her.
People trying to get contact with that phone, yes.
And at this point, we're up here. You said near the tower on Shiloh Road.
Shiloh Road, yes.
And then this tower here, where is this one located?
That's on Tops Road, but basically at the intersection of Highway 641 and Interstate 40.
And we're going to hear a little bit about later this community right here that I'm circling. What is this community?
Yellow Springs.
Yellow Springs. Okay.
Okay. I need somebody to help me translate this because apparently I am an idiot. This is not telling me anything. I want to know where all of their phones were at specific times. Is that not what you all want to know? Like, prove to me they were all together. He's talking at his phone, and then he says she's not on her phone. I'm lost. I don't even know what this particular testimony even represents. And I like to think of myself as a somewhat average intellect individual. But I don't know what the numbers are. They said number 1, number 2, and number 3. Then they never designated what the stinking numbers were. Like, who is this? Okay, so this ends in 7382 or something like that. Whose number is that? Tell me who it is. How am I supposed to decipher anything if you don't tell me what it is? Oh, I forgot. We're in Tales of the Bizarro world where nothing makes sense. Never mind.
This is the information, if I'm right, that that you collected and looked at having to do with her towers.
That's correct.
Her towers.
You see the next slide? Can you see the next one?
I did.
Oh, you did? I'm slow. We've heard testimony here. Well, let me just ask you, did at some point, was AT&T asked to ping this phone?
Yes, the Garrett County Sheriff's Office had that done, yes.
And the result of those pings were that later transmitted to you?
They were.
And tell us what we're looking at now.
So this is what the team data would look like. So we have the little pin. So right here at 8:57, a location-based searches or ping was obtained from AT&T.
Let me interrupt you. I know we want to hear about this, but right here we have what looks like what we saw before, this tower.
It's the same thing, same call.
Okay, so we've put on this chart, would you agree with me? We have the 2 towers that she utilized between 817 and 906, the ones that we just looked at.
That's correct.
The ones
The
here,
last one, the 826 actually on Shallow Road.
and the other one here near the Yellow Springs.
That's correct.
So that's the tower stuff that we've already seen.
Yes,
But now these blue dots show something different.
that's the pings.
Okay.
So the confidence rating talked about earlier, this was 4,448 meters, almost 4,500 meters. That's a rather large radius. So we take that, go out 4,448 meters this direction, 4,448 meters the other direction. Now we have our circle.
Okay, we have our circle, and you can see it here. Is that
This
right?
first circle.
Yeah, this first one.
There's going to be some overlap.
And from a ping like this, I know that we have this pin here, and I assume in the middle of the circle. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, but could that phone be over here in the circle, over here in the circle, over here in the
Anywhere.
circle? It could be
Anywhere in the
anywhere in that circle. So the ping doesn't tell you any information about where it is within the circle, just here's the circle you should draw.
That's correct.
And this ping is in what areas does this circle encompass?
That area is just a little bit south of the first one and a little bit east.
Oh, the first one. Let's just talk about the first one. What area of Tennessee? You know, what area is that circle drawn in here?
That is along Interstate 40.
Okay, that's what.
I know this tower is right on, not exactly on, but right at the Henderson County and Carroll County line.
Okay.
So we're in northern Henderson County, southern Carroll County, and right over here somewhere close to Decatur County.
Okay. And we got Yellow Springs, is that right?
Yes,
And we've got Holiday.
that's right,
Okay.
which is Benton County.
And so her phone, 857, has made it north. And we've got a circle that encompasses a large area. Would you agree with me?
Yes,
To include Yellow Springs and Holiday.
that's correct.
All right, now there's a second ping.
Second one's at 9:02, 5 minutes later, 9:02 a.m.
Okay.
We have a 4,894 meter confidence rate.
I don't care about this.
That's
I
this
want
big
to
circle,
know
right?
where
Yes,
Zach's
that's correct.
And
phone.
again, we have a pin in the middle of the circle, right?
Yes,
But you would agree with me, this phone could be, and if you look at my laser, anywhere in the circle.
yes, but how these two
Am I the only one that wants it to know that information? I find this useless without other information. Can we just get to the, like, where they
And then
were?
the next ping is at what time?
9:10 a.m.
All right, and now we have.
Because
what
we
looks like
all
the enormous
know
circle.
it
7,100
doesn't work.
Confidence rate.
And again, we have the pin in the middle. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But this phone could be anywhere. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Is it any significance to the shared area right here?
Highway 641 goes right, basically down this leg of this sector here. So that's our, so that's 641. You can see it coming out here going down toward Parsons.
There's a fourth ping too that we'll look at later.
Yes.
Okay. Were there 4 pings total recovered, or I know the technical term, from her phone that morning?
4. Yes, that's it.
Let's go look at another phone. Next slide. Whose phone is this?
We're going to look at
This is,
another.
Mr. Adams' phone.
Oh.
731-733-0191.
Why are
Second.
these not overlapped?
And you explained before that the time Holly was taken, whatever time we want to say, 7:40, 7:50 that morning, Mr. Adams' phone had no activity on it.
That's
Is
right.
that correct?
That's correct.
What is the first activity on it once we get into the AM hours of 6, 7, 8, 9,
8:19.
8:19. So this is the first time that morning that this phone is utilized?
After the time use established. Some around the midnight hour later, some around the almost 9 AM, I think, if I remember right, 4:54 and 4:58.
Okay, so if I'm Zach Adams' phone has activity on it after midnight, turning into April 13th. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then it also, if I heard you right, has activity on it in the early AM hours at 4:54.
I believe that's right. I think that's correct, yes.
But then between 4:54 and through the time of the induction up till 8:19 that morning, it has no activity.
That's correct.
So you can't tell us in that stretch where his phone was.
No, I cannot.
But at 8:19, we start getting some information.
We do.
And it's at this box right here.
It is.
And it's his first activity, is that reflected here in this 1819
8:19.
incoming call,
Incoming is actually SMS, short message service. That's a text message.
text message. And you're familiar with this number as Jason Autry's telephone.
Yeah, from
number.
Jason Autry.
2073, yes.
And then to Zach Adams, his number.
Yes,
So at 8:19, this was a text from Jason Autry to Zach Adams. Is that correct?
that is correct.
The next activity on the phone is at what time?
8:30.
8:30. And this is an outgoing text. Is that correct?
It is.
From Zach Adams to Jason Autry.
That is correct.
And there's actually even more communication between Mr. Autry and Mr. Adams shortly following that morning.
There is.
Up to 8:50. Is that 3 or I'm not?
8:53. It's a little blurry.
8:53.
8:55.
8:55. So we have incoming call 8:53. We have outgoing call. That's Jason Autry. Incoming call, Jason Autry to 8:55.
That's correct. And 8:53 is an incoming call from Jason Autry. I recognize that 901 phone number there.
Did they say outgoing call to Jason Autry? I gotta back this up.
To 8:55.
That's correct. And 8:53 is an incoming call from Jason Autry. I recognize that 901 phone number there. It'll be an AT&T voicemail number. So that call went to voicemail.
Okay, so an incoming call from Jason that went to Zach Adams's voicemail,
That's correct.
and then an outgoing call to that number, and then an incoming call from that same number. Is that right?
That's right.
And all that's like 8:53, 8:55 that morning.
That's correct. And I'd like to explain something just a little bit more.
Okay.
So I've labeled these sectors 2 and 3 to make it easier to understand which sector we're talking about. It's broken out. Remember the last number is the
Uh-huh.
sector. So these calls refer to sector 2. This next block of calls, sector 3. The last block of calls back to sector 2.
Okay. And the fact that it's switching sectors, does that necessarily mean the phone is moving?
It could indicate that.
It could, but does it
It
necessarily
doesn't
mean?
necessarily mean that.
Okay, so just like we talked about before, when we were trying to find your phone, and we were saying, is it using that light or that light or that light? Because a phone uses sector 2 and then turns around and uses sector 3, that doesn't necessarily mean the phone's mobile.
That's right. It does not.
Okay. So this activity here at 8:19, you were explaining it was on sector 2.
2.
And what tower is this?
This is the tower located at Cox Road or near the intersection of Highway 641 and Interstate 40.
Okay. And that's what, I know I keep on bringing you back to it, but that's the tower that services the community of Holiday. Is that correct?
Holiday, Yellow Springs.
In Yellow Springs. Okay. I see a little house here. What is this?
My fault. I should have labeled that. That is the Adams residence.
That's where Zach Adams,
Yes.
and we have Yellow
Yeah,
Springs
they were
here.
trying to get drugs.
And then at 8:53, we're utilizing it looks a different sector,
That's correct.
but it's that same tower there, Holiday, Yellow Springs.
That's correct.
So between 8:19 and 8:53, 8:55, we're utilizing the same tower, the Holiday, Yellow Springs tower.
That's right.
The phone may or may not be mobile,
May or may not be.
and it's a tower that is close to his house, it appears,
It is.
and close to Yellow Springs.
It is.
After that, what time is that?
8:58.
Okay, so now we have a different section time proceeding 8:58 to 9:12. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And where's the phone then?
It's using sector 2 of the same tower.
Okay.
Because he was
So we
at
got Zach's
Shane's.
phone between 8:19 and 9:12 using the tower that services Holiday, Yellow Springs.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
All right. So a general idea about where that phone is between 8:19, which is the first activity, and 9:12 is near that tower, Yellow Springs.
That's it.
But there's something else on this map too. We see these pinpoints. What's that?
Those are the things we discussed.
Okay, so we put Holly's cell phone pings between that same time up here on the same map.
We did.
Okay. And her circle at 8:57 right
Really?
near that same tower that Zach's phone is using.
Not too far away, sorry.
And that second
Not
circle,
too far
the
away.
912, is even closer to that tower that Zach's using.
This closer, that's correct.
When
Y'all,
I say, I misspeak sometimes, and I don't want to create a false impression, okay? If I
not
say
even
where
in the
Zach
same
is,
spot.
I'm actually talking about Zach's telephone. Is that correct?
I don't know who used the phone, where they saw it. I don't know where it was specifically.
And then her third ping at 9:10 is this big, huge circle that includes the area here near Yellow Springs.
Yes.
The testimony even says they weren't together.
From April 13th, 2011, between 8:19, which is the first time we know about on his phone, and 9:12, his phone was in the same general area as her phone is ping.
Same general area? What are we doing?
Let's talk about, you already advanced it?
No, sir.
All right.
If they're together, they're going to ping off of the same tower.
The picture says, I can't see it, but off on this.
What in the wide world of sports? This is
We
insanity.
got ahead of each other talking. I think basically we're looking at the same thing. Is that right?
We're looking at basically the same thing. So what this slide depicts is Victor's phone and Zach Adams' phone. Between 8:17, 8:26 calls, Victor's phone received, 9:06 calls, that she received, and then calls we just discussed with Mr. Adams' phone.
Oh, I see the added information. Like you said, the last slide showed Zach Adams' phone's tower activity. Is that right?
That's correct.
At the same time, it showed her pings.
That's correct.
Does this slide show Zach Adams' tower activity at the same time as her pings and her tower activity?
It does. So I want to clear up this though. So the pink represents her, the blue represents the tower that he used. And so this sector 3, I don't know what we're going to call this color. It's not pink, it's not blue, it's a combination of those two.
Okay, because I assume pink is for Holly.
Yes,
And so there's this tower that's utilized by Holly's phone.
yes.
And then there's this tower that's utilized by Holly's phone.
Holly's and Zach Adams.
And Zach's phone uses both sides of the same tower.
Yes, it does.
So there's actually a blue underneath this pink
It is.
because it's the same side of the tower and
That's
everything.
right.
All right, let's advance to the next slide.
Those areas look like they're about
We're
3
looking at a different phone now
miles
here, aren't we?
across.
Yes,
What-
we are.
See this? No.
who's got a mather? I need to know what
was gonna say,
4,500
steal that from you
meters
while you're-
is.
No.
That'll tell us.
The water.
Water. Water.
Convert
Whose phone are we looking at here?
meters to miles.
All right.
332073.
Did I ask you? Did I tell you I want to try to know where Jason Autry's phone was that morning?
You did. Yes.
All right. And what's his first activity?
6:50 a.m.
6:50 a.m.
There is no
Outgoing,
way a jury could make it.
Text message. Is that right?
Hide
And
your
later we
hair
will,
out of this.
as stipulated to. Later, this other number
Or
will be
heads or
recognized as belonging
tails.
to Angela Scott Smith or Smith Scott. I always mess her name up, but Jason's girlfriend.
Okay.
This tower. Where is this tower as far as in Tennessee?
That's up near Camden, Tennessee.
Camden.
Yes.
And that is a decent
Of course,
distance.
this is
north
why Jason had to
of
talk about
Holiday,
going to
north of all these
Camden
places that
and
we're talking about.
It is.
because that's what the evidence showed.
I'm gonna guess 15 miles, rough.
Okay.
Maybe a little
Got
less,
it.
a little more.
And it's actually not a, if you take back roads and stuff, not a unpretty drive. It goes through nature preserves and stuff like that. Is that right?
I'm so sorry, KS Granny.
Rural area, yes.
So it's 6:50. Outgoing text, and Mr. Autry's phone is up here in Camden. Is that right?
That is correct.
And we put an address on here. Go ahead.
310 Minko Hills Road, Camden, Tennessee.
And we've heard that's the home of Angela Scott.
Okay.
So this tower that's in that area.
It is, it's nearby.
And we're on the, but we're giving the sector a name too.
Sector 2, that's
4,500 meters.
And would that be consistent with Mr. Autry?
By the way, 4,500 meters is just under 3 miles. It is 2.79617037 miles. That's a big area, especially if you're in Tennessee.
Being in the area south of Benco Hills?
It would.
Could it also be consistent though? Because I know we're talking
None
about
of
general
this,
stuff.
the way they
Could it also be
presented it,
consistent
means
with Mr.
anything
Autry's
to
phone being in
me.
the area north of Benco
Ridiculousness.
Hills.
Maybe. There could be what's called backloads. So the energy emitted on that sector would go toward the south, but it's not a pretty highway. I want to make that clear. It's going to be, I don't know how to describe it. Use a technical word called a blob. It's going to be kind of skewed and funny. Backload, there could be some of that tower that would go to the backside of that. I would expect it to use the other sector that it didn't in this case if he were at that house at that time.
So the fact that he's using this sector, you would expect him not to be using that sector if at 6:50 he was sitting inside Benco Hills.
That's right. I'd expect him to use the other sector.
And in fact, at 6:51, which is shortly after that, is that correct?
That's right. 1 minute.
We see him on this other tower.
That's right. So that tells me that most likely that phone is in between those two towers.
Okay, so in the area between these two towers below, south of Camden and her house.
That's correct.
After 6:51, is it fair to say we have no activity on Mr. Autry's phone until 8:19?
That's right.
So like we said at the very start, at the time of her abduction, we can't tell where Zach Adams' phone is, correct?
That's correct.
We can't tell where Mr. Jason Autry's phone is.
That's correct.
Or
How
we can't
dare
tell
they
where Shane
be
Austin's phone
sleeping?
is.
That's correct.
And we can't tell where Dylan Adams' phone is.
That's correct.
They may have no activity or they may be on.
That's correct.
Or somewhere we're not receiving the signal.
That's correct.
Oh, that's what
This
I
next
want.
activity we have on Mr. Autry's phone, and we've actually already looked at this on Zach's, is communication with Zach's phone.
That's
Is that
right.
correct?
That's correct.
At the time that phone is communicating with Zach's phone, what tower is Jason Autry using?
He's using the tower at Cox Road near Highway 641 and Interstate 40.
All right, well, is this the same tower we've been looking at quite a few times when we looked at Zach's phone and we looked at Hollis?
The tower that
This is
picks
the tower
up
near Yellow
phones
Springs and Hollis.
in a 3-mile radius.
So by 8:19
Got it.
through I can't read that time,
855.
8:55, Jason Autry's phone is on the same tower as Zach Adams' phone.
Yes.
'Cause
And
they're
as we see in the
together.
previous slide, Holly Bobo's phone.
Yes.
Is it? Because he said they were close.
He uses the one, we got ping information before 906.
Yes.
So it's the same tower as these circles that we've seen drawn all around this tower.
Yes.
Can you proceed to the next slide, Joe? All right, this is Jason's phone, right?
It is. Yes.
Now what are we showing here?
This is activity from 9:42 a.m. through approximately 10:48 a.m.
Okay, so later on that morning, right?
On that morning.
Next activity at 9:42 a.m. through 10:48. What towers are we using now?
At 9:42, Mr. Autry's phone utilized the tower right over here. This is at the Birdsong exit, Interstate 40.
By
Before the Tennessee River.
the Tennessee River.
Yes.
So
Are
we
they
were
all
using
together?
one well west by Holiday and Yellow Springs.
Yes.
And now we're way out to this tower
To the east.
to the east and by the river.
So they weren't together
Does that
anymore.
give you a general idea about where his phone is?
Well, we can see at 9:42, I'll label this sector U, sector 7, at 9:42. And then nothing until 10:35. He uses the other side of the tower, sector 9, going back to the west.
And could that be consistent with the phone moving from this area or being in this area and the next time it's used being in
This
this area?
sucks, y'all.
Well, in this case.
This
yes.
may be the worst
We see.
way to give
10:35,
cell phone
10:36 on
evidence
sector 9,
in a
and
trial.
10:39
And I know why they did it
using the
this
Cox
way.
Road Tower, 641 and I-40, just 3 minutes later. So somewhere in between the two, that indicates to me that the phone most likely was moving.
Most likely, relatively close, sort of
This one.
close together. These are not scientific terms.
And we got this out of order. This is just something we talked about real quick.
I mean, if you're playing horseshoes or hand grenades, I'm
Yes.
sure it is, but
Started earlier, but I began my analysis around 4:54 a.m. So 4:54, 4:58.
And at that time, he was using that tower by his house.
That's correct.
You proceed with this. All right. Now what we
I
know
have
about
checked out on
Zach
this guy
Adams'
because
phone.
this
And
doesn't
basically
tell
those
me
times that we
anything.
just looked at for Mr. Autry. Okay? So we started here at what time?
This is at 9:10 through approximately 10:37
All right.
a.m.
And I've had you highlight any times that there was communication between what phones are we looking at?
This is 733-6373
And whose phone is that?
of Shane Austin.
All right. So when we see yellow, and we'll see this as we go, but as we see yellow, that's communication between Zach Adams' phone and Shane Austin's phone.
That's correct.
All right. 9:10, 9:12. Those are the first two as far as activity. Is that correct? Not
They're this time frame, yes.
okay. And we're utilizing this tower I recognize now near Yellow Springs and Holiday. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then if we skip to the next in time, we're at 9:50. Is that right?
We're at 9:50, sector 7 of the Birdsong Tower, the Birdsong exit
Oh,
by the
okay.
Tennessee River.
So now we have Zach's phone in the area by that tower that we saw Mr. Autry's by the Tennessee River
That's correct.
at 9:50.
That's correct.
And then we see activity after that, 10:01, 10:03, 10:04, 10:06, 10:06,
How do
10:06,
they
10:06,
sleep at night?
10:10. This is Zach's phone and Shane Austin's phone.
It is.
10:12, all the way through 10:19. Again, we have Zach's phone and Shane Austin's phone. 9:20, same. I'm sorry, 10:20. We go all the way through 10:37.
What a
Is that correct?
farce.
Yes. So the,
This is a little blurry.
yes, sir.
In 32.
10:32. So 9:50, 10:32. And if we do jump ahead to these here, 35, 36, 36, and 37, we're all at this tower, Birdsong Tower by the river.
On sector 9, 1035 through 1037.
And I know that we switched sectors, but
Yes.
we started the first time we saw this phone at 9:50. We were over here on sector 7 on the Birdsong Tower,
Right.
correct? And the whole time between 9:50 and 10:37, every time we see it, it's on the Birdsong Tower, correct?
That's right.
But starting about 10:35, we've switched to this other side of the Birdsong Tower.
That's correct.
I want to know where the
Then
bank
we pick up
ATM is compared to this.
10:38, 10:39, a text with Shane Austin's phone, through 10:43, a text with Shane Austin's phone, and then 10:49. And by this time, which is 10:38, we're back on a different tower, aren't we?
Yes, we're back to the west on the I-40.
Oh,
The one we keep on looking at, Yellow Springs Holiday.
Yes, that's LID 3152.
So if you
y'all,
wanna
if
read these
I'm the only
chronologically,
one
you
that
have
is
to look at the times.
confused,
You gotta go boom,
because this
and
makes
then find the next
absolutely no
time.
That's
sense.
You can't just read straight down.
No.
I don't know whose phone is when, with, without, close to, not close to. They are all over the place. This is the least logical way to explain this. And they had to, because it doesn't work.
We're taking a look at later on that morning, turning it into the afternoon. Is that right?
Yes.
Now we're at 11:16 a.m. through 12:18 a.m.
PM.
PM.
Afternoon.
Absolutely. Where's Mr. Adams' phone?
Parsons, using the Parsons Tower.
All right.
I mean, the phrase this way, it's using the Parsons Tower.
So in the
Arson.
area here of the
At
Parsons.
the ATM, I bet. That they never said anything about, that they supposedly had in Discovery.
I'm not from this area, okay? But this Parsons Tower, we've heard some testimony about Joe's video in Parsons. You know where that is?
Not exactly.
Well,
The
address.
Parsons is not very big.
No, it's not.
I
Nowhere-
want to know how
nowhere the
close
gas
Joe's
station right
video
there in the
is
heart
to
of
the
Parsons is.
ATM.
Well, right across the street used to be a video store
Okay,
called Joe's Video,
on the Ford dealership side or the other side of the road?
the other side of the road.
Okay, gotcha.
Other side of the road. Is that the tower that would service that area?
Yes, it would.
What a farce.
All right, proceed to the next slide.
They
we
should all be
previously
ashamed of themselves. They knew doggone
Talked
well
about
when they
the
were
fact that
putting
there are
this together
actually
that it didn't
4
work.
pings on her phone that morning. Is that right?
We did, yes.
Okay. We looked at the first 3. Is that correct?
Yes.
The ones that travel north and then around that Yellow Springs Holiday general area. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But was there also a 4th ping on her phone?
Fourth and final thing, yes.
At what time?
9:25 a.m.
All right. And we have a big circle. Is that right?
Yes,
And her house is in that circle.
it is.
So is it fair to say that this circle is south and, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes from the circles that we saw before?
But yes, it is south.
And this ping is at 9:25
25.
a.m. Is that correct?
It is.
When we looked before at about that time and the times around that time, good question, isn't it? When we looked at that time and the surrounding time, where were Mr. Autry's phones and where were Zach Adams' phones?
Near the river.
Near the river.
Well, let's put it this way. I don't know where the phones were. I know they were using the tower located at the Birdsong exit, right on I-40, next to the Tennessee River.
Okay. So at the
I
same
don't know
time
where
that
the
she's
phones
pinging
were.
in this big circle that includes, her house, Zach Adams and Jason Autry's phone is in the general area of the Tennessee River.
Yes.
Look at how far away this is. Just this particular, I know we're not at the same time that they're talking, but look at how far that is away.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. At 9:25 a.m., when we have this cell phone ping, where's Dylan Adams' phone?
I don't know.
Why do you not know?
There's no activity.
No activity.
No.
Because he's probably at home high. No, he's probably at home for the satellite guy.
When we see activity,
That's where
on Dylan
Dylan
Adams'
is.
phone, when we finally
Shane.
see that more activity on Dylan Adams' phone, okay?
Or no, he would be with
Assuming
Zach.
that the distance from
That's
this
right.
area is 10, 15 minutes from Shane Austin's trailer, okay? would Dylan Adams have time to travel south into this circle and then get back to wherever he was getting back?
And on the route, yes.
Because I had you review, did I not, when we next saw activity on Dylan Adams' phone, correct?
Yes, you did.
And the final slide is a mess, but it's sort of a summary. Is that right?
It's a mess.
Summary of everything we just talked
Or
about.
everything's been a mess.
And
I
just
don't know
brief
where
as we
you've
spend enough time.
been.
We have cell phone towers down by her house. Is that right?
We do, that's correct.
That would service the area of her house starting out that morning.
That's correct.
We have tower activity north towards Yellow Springs on her phone.
That's correct.
We start getting her cell phone pings in the Yellow Springs holiday area, 3 of them
That's right.
over a period of time. Over that period of time, Zach Adams' phone is utilizing the same tower.
Yes,
Jason Autry's phone by that time is utilizing the same tower.
yes,
But it started off up near Camden one morning.
it did.
Zach Adams' phone and Jason Autry's phone go out to towards the river that Birdsong Tower.
It is, and that color doesn't really depict.
Why isn't
Blue and
she
white blue.
with
Is Jason on top
them?
of Zach?
I think
Her
that's-
the
cell
color
phone
situation?
should be
Yes.
with them.
There's a final cell phone ping from Holly here in this circle that is south.
Yes,
At this time, Dylan Adams' phone is unaccounted for.
that's correct.
And then we finally have our activity from Zach
Wow.
around 11:16 a.m. where he's utilizing the Parsons Tower.
This
Yes.
poor guy did not do this. What a shame. And what a sham.
We approved the sketches for the time being.
Almost last question.
Okay.
Um, this final cell phone ping, this circle, okay, in this area here near this Parsons Tower, okay. Are you aware whether or not that was the area in which her phone and SIM card were ultimately recovered?
Yes, that was depicted on the slide previously.
That's what we actually had it labeled previously.
Yes.
Well, that actually makes sense because it stopped operating.
Let's take a break.
That would have been the last
15 minutes, all
ping.
the rules I gave you, 15-minute recess. And with this process.
Oh boy, we're going to be heading on to cross-examination here after they break. Let me flippity flip us. Well, I thought we were.
The defendant attorneys might have some cross-examination.
Yes, sir.
All right.
No questions, John.
Okay.
What?
Maybe they don't. You're pretty good, sir.
Thank you, sir. Here's the,
You got the exhibit, all right?
yes.
Okay, Congressman, let's see.
Candace Wood.
What? Ma'am.
Judge, I apologize. This witness is slightly out of order.
She didn't ask a single question? Oh. Oh. That's how he got convicted. She didn't defend him. Yes, I see the ineffective counsel. Do you all see the ineffective counsel? That was ripe for asking tons of questions. And if nothing else, confusing that jury enough that they would never consider convicting him. What in the world? Wow, y'all. Wow. I thought she missed stuff. I remember Mr. Bates asking her in the hearings, well, why didn't you ask this question? And why didn't you ask this question? I thought she actually asked questions. I didn't know she didn't even ask a single question. Oh, Lord. He needs a new trial, and I don't know that he can get a new trial because, I don't know that they'll be able to prosecute him because they have completely contaminated all of the evidence. I don't even know how you would even start with this. Oh, boy.
She was out of town.
You call any order you want, sir.
Yes, Kelly, I do remember her. I don't know why I didn't ask that. But I thought she actually had questions that she asked. I didn't know that she just bounced on it like, deuces, I'm good. Wow.
Name first and last, and spell it for the benefit of the court reporter.
Candace Wood, CANDACEWOOD.
You ever seen?
You may.
Well, I'm not asking what your address is, but where do you live?
Parsons, Tennessee.
Okay, did you grow up in that area?
Yes, ma'am.
And sometime prior to 2011, did you become acquainted with, become friends with somebody by the name of Holly Bobo?
Yes, ma'am. I grew up in church with her.
And did you all go to the same church in 2011, or did that predate that by years and years?
No, ma'am. Before she went to Corinth Baptist Church, she went to Perryville Baptist Church in Perryville, Tennessee.
And because of that, did you know her family as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Both Karen and Dana Bobo are brother twin.
Yes, ma'am.
And in 2011, did you have a boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was his name?
Justin Lowry.
Okay. And where did Justin work?
He worked at the city of Parsons.
Can we send someone to check and see the source of that? It really doesn't sound like an alarm.
I believe that is our onboarding the dog team.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, tell somebody to turn the air on for that dog, all right? I'm sorry, I disrupted.
Okay. So my question was, in 2011, did you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
And his name was Justin Lowry, I believe you said?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did he work?
He worked at the city of Parsons.
Okay. And do you know anybody in particular that he worked with?
He worked with Drew Scott,
And who was Drew Scott?
Holly's boyfriend.
And because of the relationship of, was your boyfriend friends with Drew Scott?
Yes.
And as a result of your having known Holly, your boyfriend being friends with Drew, did you guys decide that you were going to kind of go on a double date somewhere?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where did the four of you decide you were going to go?
To the Decatur County Fairgrounds. They had an event.
Okay. And what was the name of the event?
The event is called the World's Largest Benefit Coon Hunt.
Okay. And we've heard about this, the coon hunt. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Comes there every year?
Every April, every year.
And so, do you recall the weekend? Let me ask you this: do you remember hearing that Holly had been abducted and was missing?
Yes.
Just before that, just a few days before that.
April 9th.
What happened on April 9th?
From beginning to end,
Well, no. Did you do something in particular the weekend before Holly went missing?
we went to the coon hunt. Yes.
Is that the event that you and Holly and your boyfriends decided to go to?
Yes.
Right? And where did y'all meet up that day?
We began to meet at MAPCO, which is a gas station beside Decatur County General Hospital. Drew went inside to get him something to drink, Dr. Pepper, I think. And then we proceeded to the Decatur County Fairgrounds.
At least he's
And
got
do you
good
remember
taste.
sort of approximately what time you got to the coon hunt?
It was around 10:30, 11.
Was that a Saturday or Sunday?
It was on a Saturday.
And how long were you guys there?
I'd say about 2 hours.
And did the time you were at the coon hunt include eating lunch?
Yes.
Right, so I'm gonna ask you about things that happened from the time you got there, you said 10 or 10:30,
Yes.
until you ate lunch, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember something odd happening? That made
Yes.
you actually make note of something?
Yes.
You'll direct directions to the jury and tell them what you remember.
We were meeting at the fairgrounds main building, which is a gray building. And on top of the hill that you go up, it'll be a white building and it'll say Decatur County Fair. The four of us went into the fairgrounds building. We walked around, saw the trophy, saw some of the dogs, and then we went up the hill to the Decatur County Fair white building. On either side, there are booths going from the front to the back. And there's also vendors on the back of the white building. We entered on the right side of the building, looking at all the booths. Then we went the back of the building, saw all the vendors back there. We came around to the left side of the building. We saw all the booths there. We then went to the front of the building. We noticed that there were local vendors that we knew.
Get me a deep fried
Holly was
Oreo.
beside me to the right. Justin was in front of me. Drew was beside him.
And what were they looking at in particular?
The local vendors that we knew, they were selling dog collars, dog leashes.
So were both of the guys looking at the dog leashes and dog collars?
Yes.
And was Holly sort of looking at that with them?
Yes.
What were you looking at the dog collars, the dog leashes?
At the time, I was not interested in looking at any of the items that they had purchased, so I was people watching. And then we stood there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, I saw in the corner of my eye a man to my left.
And what did the man look like?
He was in camouflage.
Right.
I remember, but everybody that came through was in camouflage.
Ooh, I
But
like
he was the
funnel
only
cakes
one
too.
standing still.
Okay. Was he Caucasian, African American, Hispanic?
He was Caucasian.
Okay. Did you see what color his hair was?
It had a reddish tint to it.
Right. And was he tall, short, thin, stocky?
He was tall
Reddish tint.
fat.
And what was
Tall
this
and
individual doing?
fat.
So I was looking in the corner of my eye. I saw him on his cell phone. He had a black flip phone to his left ear, looking down, scooting some dirt in the ground and looking up at me and Holly. He did that again. He looked down, scooted some dirt and looked back up.
When you're saying scooting some dirt, bending over, scooting, what are you talking about?
He was standing straight with his foot out, scooting dirt.
So you
And
saw him,
elephant ears.
eyes down
I
on
like
the phone,
elephant
and
ears.
look back where you and Holly were,
Mhm.
and then eyes down on the phone and look back up.
He was talking on the phone with someone.
Well, did you actually hear him talking, or is that what it appeared?
It appeared he was talking to someone,
You
yes.
didn't hear from where you were?
No.
How far away was he from you?
About 10 to 20 feet.
And was that the end of it?
He did that about 5 or 6 times. After, about 5 or 6 times, I felt uncomfortable.
Let me ask you this. You said he would look down and look up. Did he look down when you caught his eye? Like, she sees me looking at her and now look down, or was he?
When I was glancing toward his way, he looked down, and then when I looked away, that he was looking up. But I caught him a few times looking up towards us.
And you said that happened 5 or 6 different times?
Yes, ma'am.
Over what period of time?
15, 20 minutes.
And then you indicated you started feeling uncomfortable when y'all left?
Yes.
Okay. Did you tell your boyfriend, Justin? Did you mention it to Holly? Did you say anything to Drew?
I tugged on Justin's sleeve and I said, "Let's go."
Well, that wasn't Zach.
On the sleep scene, let's go. Did you tell him, or did you tell Drew, or did you tell Holly?
No.
Did it, other than making you feel uncomfortable, were you at that point concerned for your safety, or did you report it to anybody else?
That day, no.
Truth is, did you just think he was looking at the 2 girls?
In a flirtatious way, yes.
Now, you said a few days later, Holly, you learned that Holly was missing.
Yes.
And within that next week or two,
Yes, Kelly, everyone
not
would
to ask
be
you
in
what you
Camel
said,
for a coon
but
hunt.
did Karen Bobo reach out to you?
Yes.
Was the purpose of reaching out to you because she knew that the 4 of you had did a coon hunt?
Yes.
Again, actually, I'm going to ask you something not offering the truth. Did she ask you if you saw or noticed anything unusual at the coon hunt?
Yes.
That, she just stated the purpose before she said it. Your objection's overruled.
Based on that question, did you subsequently report to Karen Bobo and then to law enforcement what you had seen?
Yes.
And at some point in the next few weeks, were you asked to draw a sketch, or excuse me, were you asked to assist somebody, a sketch artist, in drawing a sketch of the individual?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Rich?
Oh, I want to see
You ever
this.
seen that before?
Yes.
And what is that?
The drawing that the sketch artist drew.
Show me the
And did this
sketch.
appear to be, or I guess accurately reflect the individual that you tried to describe that was watching you in Holly?
Yes.
At the time that you
Show me. Show
drew
me.
this sketch, do you know who the individual was?
No, ma'am.
Do you know his name?
No, ma'am.
Had you seen his picture?
No.
Your Honor, I ask that Mark is the next one to exhibit.
Two of them.
Put it on the overhead.
It looks like DB Cooper. Doggone it.
And it's not bothering me, but if it's not bothering the jury, we need to fix that. So at some point in time, after you drew the sketch,
Really wish we could see the lower part of the face.
did Karen Bobo once again ask to speak with you?
Yes.
And did she show you a photograph?
She did.
I've always had them, Ava. I just have never used them.
Ask if you've seen that. It's in the discovery bill. Let me bring this over here.
Right? That looked like DB Cooper to me.
You folks now know what discovery is, right? You still can't legally practice law despite the fact that I've given you this education, okay?
Do you recognize that picture?
Yes.
How do you recognize that picture?
Karen Bobo showed it to me.
Is there anything else about that picture that is familiar to you?
Karen Bobo did.
It
Of
was the
course
guy
she
I
did.
saw at the coon hunt.
I said, this be marked as a-
I don't mean to be rude, y'all, but I mean, really?
When you recognize the individual.
Who's that?
Sketch, photograph of the individual. At that point in time, did you know who that was?
No.
After Karen Bobo showed you the picture, were you again asked to talk to law enforcement about
Yes.
that photograph?
Yes.
And did they present you with a photograph that looked just like the other one?
Yes, ma'am.
And at the time they presented the photograph to you, did they ask you any other information
I think that's Shane Austin.
about this, I don't know, the description of the man?
Maybe the height and weight.
And was that information documented somewhere?
Yes.
Where was the information documented that you gave to the police?
The first time I talked to a TBI agent, he asked me the height and weight.
Asking for the height and weight is not hearsay. is asking what information she gave in response to that question.
She, in her defense, she wasn't sure what the response was going to be. Go ahead.
No, you asked what he said.
Or the second time, or the third time.
Yes,
Did you give them the description?
yes,
Did you notice where they notated it?
No.
Do you know who that's a picture of?
Shane Austin.
Have nothing else, Ron.
Ross,
Doggone Shane Austin looking shady at the freaking coon hunt. How dare he look shady? He's probably high.
This, the Coon Hunt Banquet Festival, it was on April the 9th, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And that was a Saturday, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And on that day, your testimony is you saw somebody standing still. When you say he's rubbing or pushing dirt, do you mean that he's standing there with his foot kind of going back and forth and the dirt kind of making lines?
Yes, ma'am.
And he appears to be talking on the telephone.
Yes, ma'am.
And he just keeps looking at you and Holly standing there.
Yes, ma'am.
And you say it's 5 or 6 times while he's standing there.
Yes, ma'am.
And all the time he's got the phone to his ear talking on the phone.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you next, when you first talked to law enforcement, it's June 26th of 2011, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's several months later.
Yes.
And at the time, even though it disturbed you that he was looking at you, you didn't give it any more thought the next day or the day after, did you?
I thought about it every day.
Well, but it's after Holly disappeared that it became significant to you, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And then that's what's haunted you because you feel guilty about this somehow, don't you? I can see you're emotional. Let her answer the question.
What do you mean guilty?
Well, I mean, you're emotional about what happened, aren't
Yes.
you? And if you thought about it every day, perhaps you thought about what ifs in the situation.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So I wasn't trying to imply that you were somehow responsible, but you thought about what ifs.
Correct.
And so
I didn't
day
take it
you
that
went
way
in
at all.
And they brought in a professional sketch artist, just like you see on television, and you kind of described as best you could from memory.
Yes.
And definitely after Holly disappeared, you thought about this a whole lot.
Yes.
And then shortly after you had drawn the sketch, Karen Bobo was present, but outside the room. Isn't that right?
During the sketch?
She wasn't present during the sketch, but
No.
she was around.
Yes.
Okay. And so you had stepped out, and that's when she showed you a picture of Shane Austin.
What time frame?
Well, you tell me what time frame she showed you the picture.
Oh,
It was
boy.
a few months after,
Okay, a few months after. you
maybe
did
a
the
couple
sketch?
months.
Okay, is it possible that you're confused about that and that she showed you the picture shortly after you'd done the sketch?
Yes.
And so
Oh,
it's
boy.
after she showed you the picture and told you that was Shane Austin, that then you put the two together, isn't it?
Yes.
When you first initially gave the description of the person, you said it was a white male between 5'7" and 6 feet tall
Yes.
and weighed approximately 250 pounds.
Correct.
Had glasses.
Yes.
You said he was dressed in camouflage clothing and brown boots.
Yes.
And as you said, at the coon hunt, everybody was dressed in camouflage clothing and
Correct.
because the whole idea is a lot of those people are there to do coon hunting, aren't they?
Correct. Yes.
They're gonna
What's
hunt.
the style indicator to wear camouflage?
Yes.
You just have to answer out loud for the court recorder.
she did.
Yes.
And I heard her,
I
okay?
know she shook her head at first.
Well, she answered, I heard her.
Calm down, Judge Creed.
And you gave a description. You said that this encounter with this person occurred between 11:30 and 12 o'clock p.m. on that day.
Yes.
So even though you were at the coon hunt for several hours, this particular encounter was a 30-minute. Today even you said maybe perhaps 20 minutes.
Yes.
15 to 20 minutes, somewhere between 11:30 and 12 o'clock hours. Is that right?
Correct.
No further questions.
Anything else? All right, thank you very much. You're free to go. You can leave, or if you wish to come back in the courtroom, you may do that, okay? Please don't discuss the testimony that you give. How are you next?
Does that look the same to you? I don't know about that.
All right. Finishing up a little early. We're actually ahead of schedule. Okay, so we're going to take this hopefully to conclusion within the time frame that I gave you at the outset, not a little short. Once again,
Looks more like DB Cooper to me.
all these definitions I gave you, try as best you can to put this matter out of your mind. Don't make your mind up. Don't form an impression.
Okay. We're done with, let me check my notes. That was day 6. Day 6 was a short one. They only did a half a day on day 6. Let's get ourselves ready for, oh boy. Y'all are going to be excited about this one. We are going to head on to, I hope the sound, although it did get better there at the end, it was synced up way better, but good grief at the beginning. Yikes. That was really bad during all of the cell phone data. All right.
The both sides are well acquainted with, and it is my intention to ask him about his prior felony convictions, or get elicit from him the fact that he has them. What I wanted to address outside the presence of the jury is the fact that under the rule, you don't get into the facts of the underlying case, because that is no longer, that's not an issue. And I hope to avoid me having to object on cross to that type of testimony. Perhaps the defense doesn't intend to elicit that anyway, but Mr. Simmons didn't ask him, he didn't confirm that, so I thought better address it now.
I don't have mono sound anymore.
We were talking about the rape convictions. Is that what you're saying? You're going to mention that it's a rape conviction?
Absolutely, both sides are entitled to get in the
What the
conviction.
conviction is, she said the underlying facts. Those convictions cannot be considered except for the purpose of his credibility. So underlying facts will not be coming in. Okay?
Somebody with a grape
Thank
conviction?
you. Okay, 15
Oh.
turned into 45, we're ready to go, okay? Oh, you're next.
We call for the Terry Britt.
Terry Britt. Oh, bring it on. Oh, I can't wait to hear what this joker has to say. Oh, boy.
Then the next witness will be in Department of Correction uniform, as well as.
Oh, he's
You're
incarcerated?
not throwing in for all concerning his credibility based upon that. And then also, I will tell you, we had
What?
that earlier witness. If you find that someone's been convicted of prior crimes, you can only consider that for the purpose of the effect, if any, on their
Oh,
credibility.
he
as
looks like a
witness,
big guy,
okay?
too.
All right, raise your right hand, please. Tell me swear the testimony about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do. All right, be seated. Would you state your first and last name and stuff, and then the court reporter, please?
Terry Britt, Terybrittt.
Thank you. You can proceed.
Mr. Britt, you are wearing, I guess, TDOC uniform, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you currently incarcerated?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you tell the jury what you're currently incarcerated for?
Kidnapping, theft, rape.
And I believe you finished your sentence.
Just like that. I will slow this down. This testimony is an hour and a half. So if we do that, it's going to be closer to 10 o'clock when we finish, which I'm fine with because I want to get all of the details Mr. Britt has to say here. Where I'm going to try it at normal speed. If it's too slow, we'll go to 1.25. But I can tell you, he is currently, I want that all to sink in for everybody listening, currently incarcerated for the, if I remember correctly, attempted abduction and grape. We're going to back it up at real time here because I need to get the full effect here. All right, let's settle in. If you got popcorn, start eating it.
You are wearing, I guess, TDOC uniform, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you currently incarcerated?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you tell the jury what you're currently incarcerated for?
Kidnapping, theft, rape.
And I believe
Kidnapping,
you finish your sentence next year, is that
attempted
correct?
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
And that will have been a total of 8 years?
Yes, ma'am. Well, 6, 9.
And when you get out of jail or prison next year, you start doing some federal time for 2 guns, a pistol, and a rifle.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, he likes the firearms too.
And I really just want to get this out of the way because that's not what you're here for today. Before these current charges that you're serving time for and the gun charges that you have to serve time for, you have other convictions in your history.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you tell the jury what those convictions were for? And if you remember how much time you had to do on them?
Had a rape charge, a robbery charge,
Can you speak up a little?
rape charge, robbery charge, burglary, receiving, concealing stolen property. I don't know, but I got about 25 years on.
So you said a total of like 25 years for all of your charges put together? And you're in your 50s, is that correct?
58.
So a
I'm
large
shook.
portion of your adult life, you've been locked up.
Pretty much.
So I want to go back to
Except when you were out
2011
offending.
and ask, where were you living at that time? I'm not asking for your address, but just the town.
Parsons, Tennessee.
And who did you live with?
What?
Janet Britt.
And that's your wife?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
And how long have the two of you
Don't
been married?
taint my
I
name.
think we got married in 2004.
Do you remember hearing, and you have a shoulder injury, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm just saying that because I see you rubbing in case they're wondering what's going on. Do you remember hearing that a young lady by the name of Holly Bobo had come up missing from her parents' home there in Parsons?
Yes, ma'am.
He's got a
Prior
pretty
to
distinct
hearing
voice.
that news, did you know Holly Bobo?
No, ma'am.
Did you know Dana Bobo,
No, ma'am.
Karen Bobo,
No, ma'am.
Clint Bobo,
No, ma'am.
any of their family?
I ain't never met none of them.
Did
Have
you know
ever
any of the other
been to
people
their
that you
home
offended with?
On Swan Johnson?
Not that I know. No, not that. No, ma'am.
And where did you and your wife, what road did you and your wife live on?
Jeanette
Jeanette.
Holly Road.
Okay.
Jeanette Holiday.
Is that close to John Holiday Road?
Mm,
Or do you know? Like a little cut through road?
I don't know.
And that's the right answer. If I or anybody asks you something that you don't know, just tell us,
Okay.
okay? So after you heard that Holly Bobo was missing from her home, did you know that you would immediately be someone that law enforcement would look at?
Yeah, I've heard it.
And that's because of your history,
Right.
right?
You think?
Despite having that knowledge, or with that knowledge, do you remember law enforcement coming and interviewing you about Miss Bobo?
Like they pulled up in the driveway that morning. Me and my wife just got trying to load the tub. We went to we're in Camden and Ball, and we just got through unloading it. We was they pulled up in the driveway there and asked me where I'd been.
What
And
time?
you were with your, do you remember what time of day it was? And if you don't, it's okay.
I don't know what time they pulled up, no, but I mean, no, that morning.
The morning that it happened?
Mhm.
I don't believe
And at
that.
the time that they pulled up, you were actually there with your wife unloading some,
Yes,
you were
ma'am.
remodeling the bathroom.
Right.
Okay. So after that day, were you aware that law enforcement had tapped your telephones?
No, ma'am.
Were you aware that for the first time in the state of Tennessee, they had actually bugged your house?
No, ma'am.
Were you aware that they were conducting covert surveillance? You know what I mean by that?
I have no idea.
And you know what I mean by that? In other words, watching you when you didn't see them.
I didn't know it. I didn't know they were. No.
Do you remember, or did they come and actually search your house at some point?
Yeah.
Did they search your outbuildings or attack garages, sheds, that kind of thing?
Well, they see how they do that. They come up with a couple of charges so they could hold me in jail all day.
Right.
And they went out to my house, and from what I hear, they blocked the roads off, set up a crime scene out there.
Let me ask you this. So you weren't present when they actually searched your house?
No, I was in jail.
And to
Bogus
explain that to the
charges.
jury, you were on parole for one of your previous convictions?
No,
right?
I was not on
Or
parole.
probations?
No,
Nothing?
no.
So was this over the reporting of your job?
Yes.
Okay. And
I need words, like real words that
I'll do my
explain
best
things.
to ask questions that make sense.
Please, because you aren't
Were
making
you
any
working
right now.
As a contractor for the newspaper there in Parsons?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that something you were supposed to report?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That was not under the table work, though. You were actually a contract laborer for the newspaper, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And had you reported that to the person you were supposed to report it to?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the end, that person failed to report it up the chain, is that correct?
She wouldn't write it down. She said that I didn't have to, the contract labor didn't have to be put down. And I told her several times, you know, and she just kept saying, don't worry about it. I got this.
And ultimately, when they found out, she backed you up, didn't she?
Yeah.
She
Mhm.
admitted you had reported it.
Yes, ma'am.
But despite that fact, you had to do how much time on that?
3 months in jail, 9 months probation, about $1,000 fine.
Okay.
My heart
All of
bleeds.
that kept you from being home, and you were not
And
present when they
offending.
searched your house.
No. I weren't in the jail for, I mean, I hadn't been convicted of nothing
I know,
when they searched my house.
okay. But-
What is
but-
happening,
but that's
sir?
what put you in jail, or you were in jail for all day.
And driving on revoke, they charged me with that.
So when you came back home from
What
that,
did they charge him?
And driving on revoke, they charged me with that.
Oh, driving
when
on a
you came
revoked
back home
license.
from that,
Got it.
could you tell that someone had searched your property? Or your things moved around?
They was a TBI or FBI one come back there. They kept me locked up all day, wouldn't tell me nothing. And when he come back there and took my fingerprints, he says, so hey, Britt, if Jennifer agrees to what you're saying about she knew about,
Not me, Jennifer.
no,
Not Miss Thompson, not that Jennifer.
no,
Different Jennifer.
the Jennifer that I had to report to.
Okay,
If she agrees to what you're saying is true, then I'll let you go on your own recovery. You ain't gonna make no bond.
right.
I said, okay. So he goes on and he comes back and he said, well, she agreed to it. So they let, it was dark time when they let me go that night.
Okay. So when you got home, could you tell or
Yeah,
not?
they had cut pieces of material off the couch. My shop trailer busted the door in, took my vans, computers, it's a mess. Destroyed it.
Made a mess of your property. Alright.
Make better choices, dude.
Mr. Britt,
I fixed it all back.
did you, after all of that, after the searching of your house, taking your cars, taking your computers, bugging your phone, bugging your house, were you charged with anything to do with Holly Bobo's
No,
case?
no, ma'am.
You understand that your name has been brought up.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know, I'm telling you, if your name has been brought up in this trial as a potential suspect, tell the jury, did you kidnap, rape, murder Holly Bobo?
No, I didn't. I didn't know a girl.
So you have to know the people that you
Never seen her in my
offend?
life that I know of.
Are you a telephone expert?
No, ma'am.
Are you a GPS expert?
No, ma'am.
If Ms. Thompson or Mr. Simmons or Mr. Gonzalez ask you, that's the defense attorneys, ask you questions about where your phone was at a particular time, or where, do you have a memory from 2011 about where your phone was or where your wife's phone might have been during particular times?
It was either in the vehicle was or at the house, one or two.
Okay, in the vehicle with us or in the house? So, but my question is, do you have a specific recollection, say, of where your phone might, what tower your phone might have been
Oh,
pinging
no,
off of?
He left it at
So you're not
home
gonna be able
because
to answer those questions.
No.
he's not as dumb
Would you
as
be
he
able
wants
to answer
everyone to
questions
believe.
about where your wife's phone would be pinging, what tower she'd be pinging off of during that time?
No, ma'am.
Don't have any information about that at all.
No, ma'am.
Oh, I can hardly look at that woman.
You may. Examination.
What? That's the extent of direct? No, where were you? There were supposedly receipts about where you were, who was with you, were you alone? Did your wife go by herself to get the tub? What just happened? That is the extent of direct examination? Shut the
Mr.
front
Britt,
door.
I'm Jennifer Thompson. We've actually met before, haven't we?
Yes, ma'am.
I came to visit you when you were in prison in, is it Northwest correctional facility?
I think it's West High.
Pardon?
I think you come to West High, didn't you?
Okay. And we talked at that time about the fact that you had been a suspect in the Holly Bobo murder. Isn't that right?
The one now?
I'll
What?
just strike that question. We've talked before.
Right.
Why would you
Um,
not answer that? Why
and
would she
so
be
I want
talking
to go back
to you?
over, you had an alibi that you gave to police on the day Holly disappeared, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And your alibi was that you woke up that morning about 6:00 a.m., wasn't it?
I think it's, yeah, I think so.
You had a cup of coffee.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You waited for your wife to wake up. She woke up about 8:30 or 9. Yes.
No, we was gone for then.
Okay. What time? So just tell us now, what is your alibi for that day, that morning?
We left and went to Camden at All Goods and bought a tub, bathtub, and I got a receipt for that.
Okay. So what time now do you say that your wife woke up?
I've never said what time she woke up.
So now, from your memory, what time did she
I
wake
can't
up?
tell you what time she woke up.
What time did you all leave your home that morning?
Probably about between 8.
Your Honor, I'm going to object unless he knows. He said probably about, and I don't think that's appropriate unless he has a specific memory. He can't just speculate.
He can answer the question if he knows.
I don't know.
Approximately what time did you leave that morning?
Probably 8-ish. Something like that.
8 o'clock. Okay, where did you go first?
8 or a little after. I didn't say 8 o'clock now. I said 8-ish.
Okay, so around 8 o'clock,
No,
8-ish.
okay.
Where did you go first?
We went to, I think we went to Camden, All Goods.
You think?
Now, which All Goods did you go to?
To my opinion, best I can remember, there's only one over there.
Okay, which one is that?
Well, they might be two. You're right. That's right. One sells rugs up the road. I went to the one on the left that sells. They sell everything pretty much. Pretty much everything.
So if I said it's All Goods Salvage, does that sound right to you?
It might be.
Okay. When you say it's on the left-hand side, can you describe where the building sits?
Well, you go left, you turn left, you go down a hill. It's down in there.
Okay. And what road are you on when you turn left? What highway is it off of?
Whatever highway it is going to Camden. I don't know.
If I say
I can't answer that.
641, does that sound right?
You said what?
641. Does Highway 641 sound right to you?
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it the same highway that goes from I-40 to Parsons?
Mm-hmm.
Can you answer out
Yes, yes.
loud? So you went up there first, and what did you do when you were there?
Look for tubs.
Okay. What kind of tub were you looking for in particular?
Just, I don't, nothing in particular, just a bathtub.
Okay. So what did you do next? You go there looking for tubs. What do you do next?
We left there. We found one, but we left there and went to Decatur, I think it was, over at that place over at sells tubs over. We stopped at the newsletter first, so when she let them know that she was going to take it the rest of the day off because we had a bad leak, and we went over to I don't know what that place is over there, I can't remember, but we went over there and looked. That tub over there it was too big. There's no way we could have got it down the little hallway that we, in our house. So then we went back to Camden and bought that one.
Okay. Do you remember how much you paid for the tub?
300 maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
Once you purchased the tub, what did you do?
Maybe 300. What did we do?
Right.
We loaded it up and drove about 20 to 30 mile an hour all the way from Camden back to the house because it was so big and back to the truck. We had it tied down, but it was because it was an enclosed thing, you know what I'm saying, the tub. So
Okay.
the
So
tub's
approximately what
around
time did you
Einstein.
purchase the tub from All Goods?
I don't think he went. I think his
I
wife
can't tell
went.
you
How long, if
that.
you,
Y'all got the receipt? I mean,
well, I just asking what time you purchased the tub.
And Your Honor, you said you did remember.
So how
Oh, my
long did it take you
word.
to drive from your house to All Good Salvage to begin with? Can you approximate that for me?
let's see. 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, something like that.
Okay, and then how long did you stay there looking at the tub the first time?
How long did I stay at All Good the first time I went there?
Yes.
You're right, Kelly. 2011, different time.
I can't answer that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, how long do you stay somewhere when you go look for something?
I'm
About
just
an
asking you
hour?
to
Well, I mean, I
estimate.
don't know.
Your Honor, he said he didn't
Okay.
know.
But I
Then,
can tell you this, though. But
Stop it.
we back at the house with the tub before lunch.
okay, you're at the house before lunch.
So that's when the law pulled up.
And you said you strapped it into your pickup. Which pickup truck did you strap it into?
I only got one. Well, I had two. But the Ford,
So
I only got one now, though.
what color was the Ford?
It's gold.
Sir, you're incarcerated. You got nothing
was
right
a-
now.
An F-150?
Mm-hmm. The F-150, Larry. We still got it.
An F-150, huh? F-150.
Okay. You said you had a second pickup truck. What kind of truck was your second pickup truck?
Dodge Dakota. It was black.
And it was painted with primer, wasn't it?
No, I
It was-
painted.
Okay, it was painted flat black. You
Yeah.
had painted it with spray paint.
No, I painted with a gun.
Okay. You had sprayed paint. You sprayed it with a gun yourself.
With a car paint gun
Okay.
and an air tank.
Okay. And it was a flat black color, not a shiny color, isn't that
No,
right?
it was shiny.
Shiny color? Okay. And you'd painted over the decals and items on it also, hadn't you?
There weren't no details on it.
So the portion that like said what brand it was and stuff,
No, I didn't know. I taped that off.
you took that off,
Taped it off.
taped it off. Okay.
Oh, I'd like to go a few verbal
Okay, and
rounds
then you
with
had,
this jackwagon.
3 vans. Can you tell us what kind of vans you had?
The
3
old one Dodge
vans?
Caravan had a
What color was it?
red.
Okay.
And I had a 94 Dodge Caravan, red.
Okay.
And I got a white van. I don't know exactly what model it is. It's a-
Shut up.
Can you think what it is?
A white
I said
van?
it's a Vandura.
Everybody
Does that
knows
sound
white
familiar?
vans are where you get graped.
And what year was it?
I think it's 90 something.
Okay. And then what
It's
else?
it's my work van.
Okay.
I bet it is your work,
work
van.
And what else did you have?
That's it.
But to be clear, there were 2 Dodge Caravans,
Yes,
both red.
yes.
So you drove the F-150. You're back by noon. Is that right?
Nothing good happens in a white van. Nothing.
And if I said that you originally said you went to Buck's Building Supply in Decaturville, does that sound right?
Bucks Building Supply. I think it's Bucks now. I don't know if it's Bucks in or not. I don't think it was Bucks in. It might have been. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But it's Bucks now.
Okay. And originally in your alibi, you said that your wife, Janet Britt, was with you the entire day.
The entire day.
You were never apart from one another.
Never.
And you happened to save the receipt from when you bought the bathtub. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I had to see. Yeah.
You saved the
wife
receipt in your
saved the
safe at
receipt.
your house, didn't you?
I guess so. I mean, I didn't save it. My wife did.
I told you.
She saved all receipts.
She doesn't save all receipts. She saved all the receipts you
Your Honor,
had from that day.
is that a question?
Yes.
I heard a statement. She did not save all receipts.
She does save all receipts.
And were they all saved in that safe?
No.
Oh, that one
The
was special.
receipts in the safe were the receipts that you had from All Good Salvage where you purchased the tub, wasn't it, in the safe?
I can't answer that question because I was in jail when they got their receipt. I don't know if it's in there or not.
Okay,
I didn't put it in there.
right.
Janet
And
did.
you had a second
his
receipt
wife.
from All Goods Discount Store from that day, didn't you?
It's a possibility because we go over and buy stuff.
And you had a receipt from that same day, April the 13th, where you had bought a remnant of vinyl, didn't you?
I believe so.
But the All Goods Discount Store is at a different location than All Goods
It's-
Salvage, isn't it?
It's up through Camden up on the right.
And that day you also, so once you got back home, you didn't go anywhere else that day. That was your original alibi, wasn't it?
I believe that's correct. I think that's right.
And to clarify for the record, your wife's name, your current wife and the wife on April the 13th was Janet Britt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, when the police showed up at your house to talk with you, the first thing you said to them was, "I didn't rape nobody," didn't you?
Right.
And that's before they even said anything to you about what was going on, isn't it?
That's right.
Because you had already heard that there was a woman missing.
That's right.
Because as soon as the Amber Alert went out, your wife number 4 and 5, Brenda Seagraves, had called you, hadn't she?
I don't remember. Maybe.
You don't remember that that's how you found out that there was
It may be.
a woman who was
It may
missing?
be. Maybe.
Do you remember?
I think some of her family or something.
Oh.
I don't, something about it. I don't remember all of it, but you're probably right.
Do you remember you discussing with her the fact that you hadn't raped?
Sorry, that would be hearsay. He said it's not
He
disputing what
can
she
say what he said, not what someone else
Right.
said to him.
Do you remember?
Bad Jennifer doesn't
that you
understand
talked
hearsay.
to her about the fact that you hadn't raped anybody that day?
I talked to her.
Brenda Seagraves.
I don't know if I did that or not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
Don't protest
But you
too
don't have
much.
a memory now of talking to you, telling Brenda Seagraves you hadn't raped anybody.
It's a possibility I did.
Okay, possible.
Possible. Chances are I did.
Okay.
Chances are you did
Good
rape
possibility.
somebody
Good
that
possibility.
day. That's how I'm taking that.
Now, in fact, you did know Natalie Bobo, didn't you?
I did not.
You had met Natalie Bobo at a party at Kenny Martin's house, hadn't you?
I saw her. I seen her.
So you had seen Natalie Bobo.
I've never spoke to her. I don't know her.
A matter of
period.
fact, at that party, you had offended her so much you were asked to leave, weren't you?
No.
Oh, I believe that.
And it
I weren't even at the party no way. I went up there, me and him were doing a job together. I went up there to tell him something about the job. I weren't no party.
you met Natalie Bobo at a party.
She was there drunk, messed up on drugs. Her and some other girl. He had two girls there.
Oh, now he knows who
and
she
it was
is.
a party, is that right?
I don't know if it was a party or not. I weren't at it. I live right down the road. I went up there to say something about the job we're doing.
How do you
Okay.
know?
But at some point you said something to Natalie Bobo and you remembered that you were asked to leave.
I don't remember that.
He remembers an awful lot about being there for someone that doesn't remember anything about it. Chaos Granny, yes, he said wife number 4 or 5. You did hear that right. And Natalie is Holly's cousin, the one that was exotic dancing and hanging out at a truck stop and doing special, I can't say the YouTube things, special work at the truck stop. And that is supposedly the big, huge motive behind all of this is doggone it. Holly was supposed to agree to a menage a trois.
Okay.
Big, huge motive.
And in fact, at one point you saw Natalie Bobo and Holly Bobo at
Thank
the
you, Chaos
Dollar
Granny.
General store in
Special
Parsons
favor.
while you were standing in line, didn't you?
That's not true.
Oh, he looks really good to me for
Now,
for
initially,
what happened
you
to Holly.
lied about having a cellular telephone, didn't you?
I lie about what?
Having a cellular telephone,
Who did I lie to?
you lied to investigators.
No, tell me how I lied, and I'll tell you if I did or not.
You denied that you had your own personal cellular telephone, didn't you?
I didn't have a cell. I don't have a cell phone.
On that day,
On that day or
April
any other day.
13th.
I've never had
You
a cell phone.
just answered that you leave it at home or
There
it's
was a
with
cell
you. You don't
phone
know where it
number.
is.
It was 733-0303. Isn't that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, okay.
And that was a cellular telephone that you used. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And you carried it with you when you would go out on work jobs. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And you would call your wife, Janet Britt, on it on a very frequent basis. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And as part of the sex offender registry, you're required to give them all your telephone numbers that you use. Isn't that correct?
That's not correct.
Okay. You had failed to turn over your cellular telephone number to the sex offender registry, hadn't you?
That's not true.
And that was part of the reason that they violated you on the sex offender registry.
That's not true. That is absolutely a lie.
Okay. So your wife had a cellular telephone also at the time, didn't she?
That's correct.
And her cellular phone number was, can you remember it now for us?
No.
If I said 733-2513, would that sound right to you?
I'll agree to it. That's fine with me. She had one.
And you all had a home telephone number also.
That's
didn't you?
correct.
So
This is enlightening for me. This guy's a jerk, an idiot. I want to put him and Bad Jennifer in a room together and see who comes out. Yeah, he's a bad dude. No, you know how you just get
so
that
you would agree
gut
with
feeling?
me if you and your wife were together all day, there would have been no reason for you to have called her on her cellular telephone.
Oh,
That's
do tell, good Jennifer.
yeah, that's correct.
We could put hanky
And so-
spanky in there too. Sure.
These telephone numbers that your wife had and that you had, you actually bought those phones 1 month before Holly Bobo disappeared, didn't you?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
You don't remember that?
No.
Okay.
Of
If
course
there's a
not.
record from Walmart in Lexington showing that you purchased that cellular telephone almost 1 month to the day from the day she disappeared, that would,
Well, if you get a record from Walmart saying I purchased a phone, you're in some other world what I'm in, because we're not in the same world. I've never purchased a phone. I've
Nobody-
never purchased a phone
I bet
From
your
Walmart.
wife did.
from Walmart
or
Okay.
anywhere, is that
or
what you're saying?
anywhere else.
Okay.
I bet your
So,
wife did.
Matter of fact, it's purchased with you had a Super Saver card from Walmart, one that you kind of give them to track your purchases. Isn't that right?
That's not right.
Sometimes you would also buy little credit cards from Walmart to buy gas with in Lexington, didn't you?
No.
Okay. So you never had little cards
No.
you purchase in the store and then go outside and buy gas?
How did this
And you
jury?
would buy extra minutes because your phones were prepaid phones, weren't they?
No.
And your phones worked on the AT&T cellular network, didn't they?
I believe that's Verizon, and I believe we had both.
Okay, so the one that you had on the day that Holly disappeared, those two cellular telephones, they worked on the Verizon, they worked on the AT&T network, didn't they?
Whatever she had at that time, I mean, she says AT&T, you must have the record. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he's not lying.
And 2 days
She's
before
the
Holly
one that
disappeared,
did all
you went
of
back
this.
and bought additional cellular telephone minutes, didn't you?
Why would I go buy minutes when I don't have a minute phone? What are you talking about? I mean,
You had a phone at the time that you had to buy prepaid minutes for, didn't you?
prepaid minutes.
So you
I don't,
Did you know, Terry?
would
Uh-oh.
buy phone cards for the prepaid minute phone.
my wife would get a card, yeah. A card, yeah.
I'm telling
Okay,
you, the
and
wife
when you
did
would
all
buy
of
a card,
this.
it would have
Wife
prepaid
got the
minutes for the
receipt.
phone, didn't it?
Wife covered his
No,
tail.
it's unlimited. There's no minutes.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so sometimes you would buy an entire month of,
No, it ain't sometimes, always unlimited, always.
so if the phone records from Walmart show something different, they would just be wrong.
I believe that's correct.
And 2 days before, or shortly before Holly disappeared, you went out and bought a large quantity of silicone lubricant, didn't you?
Silicone loop.
Yes.
Oh, I got all kind of, I do remodeling work.
Okay. A month after Holly disappeared, you went out and bought a brand new chainsaw, didn't you?
No.
You did not buy a new chainsaw shortly
No.
after she disappeared.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
Oh,
And
sir,
at
I want to
some point
smack that face
In the
right off of
past,
your
before Holly
head.
disappeared, you had also bought new telephones at the Radio Shack there in Parsons, hadn't you?
I think my wife got a contract phone. I got it one time. I can't remember what year that was in though, but I think it was.
The wife. The
I don't
wife.
know.
The wife.
It was a long time before anything about Holly come up. But then we done got rid of that, and she done got another phone. But because kept it 2 years because his contract's.
He just said earlier he never had a cell phone. Now he's
at
like,
one
oh,
time
that
she
was
got a
way
phone
before
there.
Holly
Okay.
went missing.
You were also doing work on the side as a carpenter, like you just said, weren't you?
I do remodeling work. I work for myself. Yes,
Okay. And you worked some with Kenny
Terrifying.
Martin doing remodel work.
one job.
Okay. You all put an ad in the paper together to do remodel work
That's correct.
because, in fact, your wife, Britt, she at one time worked for the newsletter, didn't she?
She was a manager,
She kind of ran the whole front office, didn't she?
pretty much.
And at one time, she was the one who did she was the girl Friday. She did practically everything except a reporter, didn't she?
That newsletter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And she was very important at the newsletter, wasn't she?
Yes.
And when the bathtub you said was leaking, but you did not install the new tub that you purchased on that day, April the 13th, did you?
No.
Okay. It was actually a couple of weeks later before you installed the bathtub, wasn't it?
Probably.
Wife number 6. We hope the wife number 6.
And I think earlier
Panic.
I said that your number was 3030, but it was 731-733-0306. That sounds about right, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
So the police first began to come talk to you about your possible involvement in the Holly Bobo case in around August of 2011, didn't they?
Oh. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't remember when he come talk to me.
Okay, you were a smoker up until the time you went to the TDC, weren't you?
Yes.
A heavy smoker, would you say?
Yes.
Okay. And there were allegations that you had been stalking some women in the Parsons area, weren't there?
Not that I know of. I didn't hear about it.
As a matter of fact,
I'm going to object. If he's never heard about it, how can he ask questions about it?
Well, he responded to their question. He never heard anything about those allegations.
And then she
So he's
responded.
already said he knew nothing about it.
right, well, I was going to ask him specifically because I think one of the reasons he got in trouble and got locked up was,
Okay, this is the time when we're married. He's
All right.
sex offender. They always look at him.
He said he had not heard any allegations.
okay,
So you can't ask him about specific allegations that he's not heard about.
okay,
All right?
fine. You have a refrigerator trailer truck at your house, don't you? It's painted green.
I have a, it's not a refrigerator truck. No, it's we bought it to store stuff in to clean the house out.
I can't even get anything out. I'm so
18
appalled.
wheeler pulls it.
Pardon?
It's when you pull behind an 18 wheeler,
Right,
whatever you call it. We bought one of them. Paid $1,000 for it to
And-
store stuff in.
okay. And it's actually was initially made to be refrigerated by ice. I mean,
Huh?
you put chunks of ice in it. It didn't have a refrigerator on it. You just put chunks of ice in it and it kept things cool inside. Is that right?
I'm sorry.
Where'd you get that
She
information at?
Ma'am, there's an objection. Is she saying that he did that or that that was what the original trailer was for?
I'm saying that's what the original purpose was for.
In which case, unless he knows what the purpose of the trailer.
Why are we arguing
is
about
irrelevant,
this?
And he can't speculate.
I have no idea about no ice in a trailer and all that mess there you're talking about. We bought
Why
stuff to
is
store
she
stuff in.
so
It's
upset about
insulated,
some
isn't
of
it?
these
What do you mean
questions?
insulated? Everything's insulated.
Not everything.
Okay, so that's a yes, it's insulated?
Well, I guess it is. I mean, I don't know. I guess so. It ain't insulated for ice. Whole ice in, no.
Is it insulated to hold cold things in?
Didn't
No.
say to haul ice,
No way.
you jackwagon. Oh, for the love of
And
Pete,
we heard about your past
Paul,
convictions.
and Mary.
Two past convictions for rape, don't you?
Yes.
And you have two past convictions for sexual assault, don't you?
Yeah, well, counting this one now, yeah.
Now, I'm talking about one from Lexington, Henderson County,
Okay.
and then you had one from Gibson County in 1980s.
A rapist doesn't stop.
I ain't got one here in this county. I mean, I know. What are you talking about? So tell me what do you mean?
Well, you have one that you got like in 1978.
Okay, yeah, okay, right,
And then you had one that you got in the mid 80s.
okay, yes,
Okay. And then now you're serving one.
yes,
So that would be 3
yes,
total convictions.
yes.
What? 3?
Now, when you spoke to
Three?
the police officer or law enforcement on the day on April the 13th, 2011, they initially came to your house late in the afternoon that day, early evening, didn't they? That's what you spoke to the officer.
Can you tell me who it was coming out there?
Do you remember speaking to Tony Weber on that day? Jeremy Pratt?
I don't
There's
remember that. No,
more.
I don't remember.
Do you remember that it was in the late afternoon, early evening when they came by and talked to you?
This man needs to
They ain't
never walk
no,
free.
you talking about deputy sheriffs?
Yes.
No, they didn't come out there and talk to me.
On the day she disappeared?
They pulled up the driveway and asked me where I'd been. Then they left. That was it.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. And it was late afternoon, early evening.
No,
when
in the
they-
morning. I told you that.
So your
I
testimony
just
is
got
it's in the
back. I
morning.
just got back with the bathtub. I just unloaded and put it in my shop trailer.
So
Me
your
and my wife.
testi-
Me and my wife was right there. The truck was sitting right there in front of my shop trailer. We just got through unloading it.
Okay.
And they pulled it up.
and your testimony today is that was before noon.
I believe that's correct. I believe.
I don't think that's correct.
Okay.
I don't think they
At
were
some
looking
point,
at
it was
sex
End
offenders
of
in the
January
morning.
2012, when officers came and did a thorough search of your house and your property, isn't it?
They come out there that day. Yeah.
I said it was late January 2012.
That's probably correct.
Hey,
And they actually
Jennifer,
came out to your house
shut up.
twice, didn't they?
I never get to say
Whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 whoa.
'Cause it's
What do you
rude.
mean? I mean,
Well, they came to search your house on 2 separate occasions.
not that I know of. I was there only once. They might have done it after I was, later on locked up or something. But only at one time I told you about a while ago. I mean, where they stayed out there all day.
So they let you go after they came out and searched it the first time, didn't they? They
Yes,
released you from custody.
yes.
Okay. And then when you went back home, one of the first things that you are heard saying on the wiretap is to your sister. You have a sister named Sherry Manis, don't you?
Yes.
And Your Honor, I'm going to object at this point, unless he has knowledge of what he was overheard saying, because he said he didn't even know they
You
attacked
can
him.
ask him if he said that.
So you
don't start by saying, this is on the wiretap, whatever. You can ask him if he had a conversation with his sister. You can ask him what he said, not what she said.
You had a conversation with your sister where you said, be careful what you say. And then you specifically said they may be recording in our home. Didn't you say that?
I don't know.
You remember thinking that though, of course, don't you? That they might have been recording in your home.
Well, look here. If you've been through what I've been through, you'd be the same way. So I don't know if I said it. I
I
it,
don't think
then-
so, sir. You have
Explain
3
what that same way
convictions.
No law.
You don't?
No.
Okay. And why is that?
Why is that?
Did you hear what he said?
He said he doesn't trust the law.
Okay.
And why is that?
Well, you tell me. You should know.
Well, I'd like for you to please tell the jury. The jury's.
I don't have enough time. I ain't going through all my. I'm not going to do that.
Can you start with reason number
By
one?
the way,
Why?
I've been done dirty about.
And how do you mean they've done you dirty?
Let's try to think of Mr. Collateral, what he thinks or doesn't think of the law.
Oh my
When
gosh.
they came out to search your house, they actually took 2.
Y'all, I gotta stop. I have watched a lot of trials since I was a teenager. I've sat in courtrooms and watched trials. I've never, ever encountered a judge that literally tells the attorney what that you can't say that. He answered it this way. It's you can't ask any more about that. Like, what world? I mean, I know we're in the Tales of the Bizarro world, but wow. This is making me shockingly making me like Judge Beverly Cannoni a whole lot better, because at least she didn't do this. She allowed the questioning to happen and waited for objections. She didn't interject into the actual case. Oh my word. Wow. It's way worse than I ever anticipated or suspected. Okay, we're going to continue on.
Of your vehicle, or 3 of your vehicles that day, didn't they? When they searched your house, they seized them.
I think he took 2. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, they definitely took the white Vandura, didn't they?
Yes.
And they definitely took 1 of the red GMC vans.
Dodge.
I'm sorry, Dodge vans.
Yes.
Okay. And also, cadaver dogs hit on 4 tools at your house that day, didn't they?
I don't know what to hit on. I was in jail.
Would it surprise you to know that cadaver dogs hit on
All
4
right, he said he wasn't there.
And whether he was surprised or not, doesn't matter.
All right, improper.
Wow. This is like when you're playing a football game and you have to beat the opponent and you also have to beat the refs because they're in the bag for your opponent. That's what this is.
You had a friend named Skip Boney, didn't you?
Yes.
And you and Skip Boney would go sit and drink beer under Interstate 40.
No, we wouldn't sit no Interstate 40 and drink beer. We ride around, drink beer, get drunk. Yeah.
And you would sit over there by County Corner Road.
Where's it? I don't know where it is. Tell me where it is. I'll tell you if I've been there or not.
You certainly know where the creek on Gooch Road is, by Horny Head Creek on Gooch Road.
Yes.
Don't you? Okay. I mean, that's close to your house, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And
sure is.
The state asked you about John Holiday Road, but you know where Joe Holiday Road is as it meets Bible Hill Road, don't you?
Joe Holiday.
Yes.
I never heard of it.
You know where Bible Hill Road is, don't you?
Yes.
And you know where Holiday Road is, don't you?
Jeanette Holiday Road, yes.
And there's also just a plain Holiday Road over there in that area too, isn't there?
I guess.
Well, you just specified you drive around.
Well, first of all, hold up, look here. I'm from Lexington, Tennessee. I'm not from Parsons or so I don't know, I don't pay attention to numbers and boat signs. I pay attention to which way I go.
No, you just
You
pay
lived
attention to
over there
women
off
that
of
you're
Jeanette
going to
Holiday Road for 10
eventually
years or more.
abduct
Yes.
and grape.
And as you just testified, you drive around at night drinking
Looking-
beer with your friend Skip Boney.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say I rode around at nighttime drinking beer with Skip Boney.
Okay, what
I
did you
said
say?
ride around sometime get drunk.
Okay,
I didn't say if it's day or night. And it was not night, no.
you had a paper route where you delivered papers, didn't you?
Yes,
And you delivered them for the news leader, didn't you?
yes,
And that paper route would start in the evening time, wouldn't it?
yes,
And you would drive and drop papers off at all the convenience stores in the area throughout the whole Decatur County. Is
Yeah.
that right?
yes.
Okay. And it would end at sometime late in the morning, 3 or 4 in the morning. Isn't that right?
That's sometimes correct, yes.
If I can have a moment, Your Honor.
Hey, I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna take my nuts in my mouth.
Get a water, please.
Do I need to wait for your water? Can you go ahead?
If you don't mind, look away, that's okay.
Oh, this man, he absolutely is a grapist because graping is all about power. It is not about the special favor.
At the time they searched your house,
And
you
he's
had
about power.
more than one home computer, didn't you?
Yes,
And at the time they searched your house, you had been Googling video searches under the words rape, abduction, kidnapping, hadn't you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Possible.
Possible.
And you had been watching pornography of the subjects rape, kidnapping, and abduction, hadn't you?
I don't know. It's possible.
You liked pornography, didn't you?
Yes.
Ew. Ew.
Now,
This is
at
a
the time that
sick man.
the Amber Alert went out, all that was known was that there was a woman who was missing. That's all the information they had, isn't it?
I'm gonna object. He doesn't know what information they had.
That's all the information you had, was that a woman was missing.
That's what she
I believe that's
just
correct.
said.
I mean,
Initially, there were no allegations of any type of rape, were there?
And again, Your Honor,
He said that he did not know.
Okay, that's all I'm just trying to confirm, is he did not know about allegations of rape.
If he said he did not know, then we're not gonna go specifically down if there were allegations of this. He said he did not know. Let's move on.
Yes, Your Honor. And you have a past charge for burglary.
Okay, now
And burglary,
my blood
the
pressure
jury may
is
not understand what
at
burglary is.
a peak.
We're not gonna go into what the jury understands.
Well, I know, but Your Honor, I just wanted him to say that it's entering.
Wait,
What just happened? Hang on. I got to back up here because I was flapping
Yes,
my
Your Honor.
gums. So I'm
wait,
sorry.
understands?
Burglary is. And and you have a past charge for burglary. And burglary, the jury may not understand what burglary is.
We're not gonna go into what the jury understands.
Well, I know, but Your Honor, I just wanted him to say that it's entering.
Wait. Let's move on.
Yes, Your Honor.
I've already told them that any prior convictions can only be considered for the purpose of what effect, if any, it has on his credibility.
Well, I'm not trying to go into the facts. I'm just not sure the jury understands what a burglary is. It's kind of a technical
Let me
problem.
tell you what it is. I'll tell
No,
you.
I'm gonna charge the jury what the law is. Makes
Yes.
no understand, it makes no difference if they understand what burglary or any other crime is.
Okay.
They can only consider those crimes if he has been convicted for the purpose of his credibility.
Yes, Your Honor. Now, when I came to visit you in jail, you had admitted to me that at the time the police searched your house, you actually were in possession of a gun, didn't you?
I think so. I'm not sure of that, but yeah.
You were, in fact, at the time they searched your house in possession of a gun that you had hidden from them, weren't you?
Let's see now, when they search,
Sir, you're a
You come up
convicted
there,
felon. You
you understand
can't
all
have a
they search my house?
firearm.
Yes.
no, I didn't have no guns, no.
But you recognize that the conversation that we had while you were in jail.
Yeah, I had two guns there when they come out there one time, but they didn't search, but they come out there, they just looked on the computer. Yeah, I had two guns. I had a pistol and a 25 automatic, 22 rifle.
Okay. And you remember that at one time Johnny Walker came to talk to you while you were in jail. Remember the marshal, Johnny Walker, coming
Yeah,
to
I
talk to
think
you?
that's the one that told me if Jennifer agreed to what I said, they'll let me go without making bond. She agreed to it and let me go.
You're talking about Jennifer, is it
I
Rawson?
don't know what her name is. I don't know what her last name is.
She was the woman from the sex offender registry.
Yes,
But you remember at one time offering to plead guilty to the murder of Holly Bobo if you could get a 20-year sentence?
No,
So
No,
you're saying that is not.
I'm saying that's a lie.
Do you remember Terry
he's
Dykes coming
scary.
out to talk to you about the disappearance of Holly Bobo multiple times?
Oh, yeah, we all know Dykes, don't we?
And you know that he was recording you when he was talking to you, don't you?
No, I didn't know he was recording me.
And when you were talking about the disappearance of Holly Bobo, you at one point might have occurred when she disappeared. And do you remember saying that Holly Bobo had a somewhat perfect body, like a toy, some would say?
No, I didn't say perfect body toy. I said she was from the picture they had on the wall at the glass at the stores. I said she looked good. And I said probably somebody whoever got her probably got her for a sex slave.
For a sex slave?
Yep.
Okay. And do you remember saying that the person who got her, that it wouldn't work because once you took it, you'd have to hide it, you'd have to feed it? Do you remember referring to Holly as an it when you talked to Terry Dykes?
No.
Do you remember saying, you specifically said if you kept it, you would have to hide it, you would have to feed it? So you're denying you said that?
I ain't denying it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
So you might have said it.
Yeah, I might say.
Okay. And do you remember saying that if you killed it, you would have to hide the body? Do you remember saying that?
I probably said it.
Do you remember that you specifically referring to Holly Bobo as an it? Do you remember that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Do you remember saying that if the person,
If I did do it, I was being sarcastic with Dykes because of the way he's treating me. So
do you remember specifically saying that the person that took her, when they took her, it would have been for their own personal pleasure and have their way with her?
I probably said that.
And that they couldn't wait to get her and be alone with her?
I said whoever got her for more than likely sex purposes.
Okay. And what would those purposes be?
Whatever they want to do.
You remember specifically saying all that to Terry Dykes, don't you?
Every alarm
No further
bell
questions.
in my body is going off right now.
Mr. Britt, is it
This
safe to say
dude
that Terry Dykes
is
and all the
terrifying.
other law enforcement involved in this case focused on you.
Yes, I did.
They focused on you because of your history,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
Oh, it's
You
more
can't blame
than
them,
that.
can you, for looking into
No.
your
No, not really. Not really.
And when they came to your house on April the 13th of 2011, it is documented. You were out there with this tub, your wife's there, y'all done all that, right?
Yes,
You had the receipts, correct?
yes.
Despite the fact somebody turned over the receipts, something about the times, the places and whatever that you had been, they didn't stop looking at you, did they? In other words,
No, ma'am, they didn't, because his wife could have gone to the salvage yard and gotten the bathtub and come back to the house, and they were unloading it at I think it was way, way later than noon. I think it was probably closer to late afternoon, early evening. And clearly his wife is willing to cover in any way, shape, or form or fashion that she needs to for this disgusting, creepy old man. And I know he's younger than me, but I can call him an old man because he's gross. Literally. These are the kind of people they pinned this case on. I would be terrified if I were good Jennifer that if he ever got out, he'd come after me. 3, and there were other allegations too. She didn't even get into those. Oh my word. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be doing a deep dive into old Mr. Britt here, and we're definitely going to be doing a deep dive into Terry Dykes. Oh yes, when we finish this trial, I want to know more about this little jackwagon here.
that receipt wasn't enough.
No, I guess they thought it was forward. I don't know.
Because
your wife could have gotten it.
They went over it all good and verified.
But whatever they found out,
It didn't matter. They kept on digging.
and they got your computers, right?
Yes.
And as Ms. Thompson's pointed out, they looked up to see what you had looked at, right?
Right.
And they found out that you looked at porn,
Right.
what I would call, bad porn.
Well, let me explain
And
something.
just answer that, right?
Right.
Do you have good porn?
I don't know.
Well, I was going to explain something to Jerry something. When you
Is
when
going
you get on the computer, internet, and you start typing porn, all kind of stuff just floods it on their own. It just pops up there. Don't mean you went to it. It's
Sir.
coming there.
No.
That's why.
Abduction
coming there,
and
it's prior to doing
raping
it.
does not come
So
up.
just cause something pops up there that's showing you went and seen this, that don't mean you went
No,
and
sir.
done this, because it's in there coming up once you go in porn. So, you know, I mean, but Dykes was so fixated on me, I guess he, I don't know.
Do you know whether Dykes is still a TBI agent?
No, he's lost his job. I wish he'd get on food. I wish he'd get on food stamps.
I object, Your Honor, to them saying he lost
She-
his job. That's not.
He can say.
He almost destroyed my life.
See, the question was, do you know if Dykes still works for TBI? His question was responsive, but let's move on.
So after all that,
I didn't
we're
think
still
it could get
happy to be here
worse.
today, still answering questions
Yeah.
about something that happened in 2011.
It's like in camera back there. They're gonna plaster me with lies on me from here to China again.
What?
Is it fair to say, Mr. Dykes, that as a result of TBI's investigation, it caused you difficulty?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's never wrong.
You
Everyone's
understand that
picking
even
on him.
today, Mr. Thompson is asking questions about chainsaws purchased a month before, a refrigerated trailer bought long before.
I'm going to need to get a
You know-
case of
Do
kinky.
you know what she is trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you one final question.
Objection, Your Honor, as to what he knows I'm trying to do or not. That's speculation.
He's already answered this.
So one more time, Mr. Dykes. Sorry, Mr. Britt. Did you have anything to do? Anything at all
No, I did not.
with the abduction of Holly Bobo?
No, I did not.
The rape of Holly Bobo?
No, I did not.
Oh, yeah, that's
Putting a bullet in
convincing.
the back of her head?
No, I did not. I wouldn't do that.
Nothing else?
Oh, that woman. Oh, I am not a violent person. Y'all are going to think I am because I want to
Receipt
slap
that you
everybody's
produced
face.
From All Goods, it's a handwritten receipt on an All Goods form, isn't it?
I believe it is.
And you are aware that
handwritten
All Goods
receipt.
did not have a matching pink receipt for the receipt you had in their store records, aren't you?
Oh.
I think they verified it. I think they went out there and they verified it, I believe.
It was missing, wasn't it?
Well, if you want to question where or not I bought a tub, you can go to my house and look at.
Wait,
Oh, this
Well, let me
man.
say it right here.
no,
You can
let
go-
me say, he said he had a receipt. You're implying that they might not have had the pink part at All Goods. He does not know what they did or did not have.
He might have, because they may have shared that with him. The investigation may have shared that with him.
Hearsay. Move on.
When you were talked about the pornography on your computer, you were specifically searching for videos using the term rape, weren't you?
No,
Yes.
If it's
if
in your
it-
computer
oh,
history that you were searching on the term rape, that would be
if
inaccurate.
it's in there saying I particularly did that, right, that'd be a lie.
Okay, and you were specifically searching for abduction, weren't you?
No,
Okay, you were specifically searching for kidnapping, weren't you?
no.
No further questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mavhawk,
All right.
this has been going on this entire trial. Oh, sir.
Let's take it. It really will be 15 this time, okay? 15.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Whew. All right. I know I said we were going to get through all of day 7. There's still about 30 minutes left of day 7. What I'm going to do, because it is almost 9:30, I've already kept you 30 minutes over. Mr. Demeanor is probably sitting in our bedroom going, where'd my wife go? So tomorrow night, we will finish all of day 7. And I don't, I'll double check here. I don't think I have anything. Oh my goodness. Day 8, it looks like, is when we dig into Terry Dykes when he testifies. So tomorrow we will do we'll finish the rest of day 7. And then we'll do not all of day 8. It looks like part of day 8. I hope I can survive this. Woo, doggy. I am disappointed. I'm appalled. I'm saddened. I'm horrified. I am itchy because of the ickiness that just happened. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, that man, I never saw anything about him. I never saw any of his testimony, nothing. And I can tell you alarm bells are going off for me now. Yeah, KS Granny, I'm sickened too. I don't really have a whole lot of doubt in my mind that that is indeed who took Holly Bobo and red rummed her. I thank you, Kelly. Thank you for burning sage. I do very much appreciate that because, yeah, I'm going to have to do something because the Tales of the Bizarro World banner just didn't suffice tonight. We need Lady Zelda on here to cleanse everything for us. Okay, so I just gave you a little bit of a rundown. We'll finish day 7. We'll continue with day 8. And I hope it gets better. I still don't see, like, I really don't understand how a jury convicted Zach when you had so much reasonable doubt. And I'll tell you, I know because you all know I'm good friends with Justice Served TV, and Michael Bryant has been very much on the bandwagon of who I adore. So I'm not dogging on him. I just am saying that his opinion has been, it's really going to be difficult with this jury. They haven't proven this. They haven't proven that. They haven't proven it. Here's what I don't think a lot of legal minds are thinking about, and you all are my jurors, so you can tell me if I'm on the right track or not. For me, his behavior, if that is indeed what happened to his wife, is he just found her suddenly deceased in their bed, his behavior is not reasonable. It's not what a reasonable person would do. There's not a single solitary reasonable person on the face of the earth that would do what Brian Walsh did. And in addition to that, I don't like where all the blood evidence is showing up in the house, and especially in the bedroom on the floor where they took up all of the floors. So my take on it is that this jury may look at it and say, reasonable people don't do this. Ask around, because I've been asking people, hey, what would you do? I asked my husband the other night, hey, what would you do if you came in the bedroom and I was already in bed and you nudged me and nudged me and nudged me and nudged me hard enough that I fell on the floor and I still didn't respond? What would you do? His very first response, well, I'd check to see if you're okay. And if you're not, then if I can't fix you, then I'm calling 911. And yeah, all of that. Yeah, I think she was in the robe. I don't think she was fully dressed. I think she may have taken a shower and she was in a robe or getting ready to take a shower. One of the two. No one would do that. No one would dismember a loved one like he claims he did because he found his wife deceased. So anyway, that's my take on that. So tomorrow night, we're going to continue on. Holy smokes, we finally got to see Terry Britt, but we still have Terry Dykes in the future. Not tomorrow. That'll be Wednesday. So we are just trucking right along through this, and I appreciate you all coming and hanging out with me. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And I am excited to see what we get to watch tomorrow night. Remember, everybody, it doesn't cost a penny to be kind. So find someone to do something nice for today if you haven't already. And as always,